Despacito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre boti cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves, todo. Lunes, martes, ratones, pez. Miércoles, jueves.
House. How's it going, everybody? How's it going, everybody? Is there even anybody here? There's 12 people here. Hi, all 12 of you. How's it going? I'm pretty sure 3 of those are us watching the stream. Excellent. 9 genuine viewers. What?
Everyone else forgot it's Saturday.
Oh. Yeah, I should probably get all this crap out of the screen.
Fuck your mother. Sonic was amazing. Oh wait, we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. Just
sorry, I didn't know.
We'll get there. Don't worry. We will have that intellectual discourse a little later.
Intellectual?
Me and intellectual.
Well,
that's one of my favorite memes. Me and intellectual meme. I love those.
Fuckers. Most of us will be intellectual. I can't speak for Stoud, but the rest of us will be intellectual.
I was gonna say I can guarantee you my side of the argument will be nothing even remotely intellectual.
Just raw emotion and irrationality. Got it.
I like turtles. Where the fuck's the chat room? Is my chat room broke? What the hell? There's JL. What the fuck, JL?
Yeah, JL.
You're like,
leave JL alone.
Turtles. Great, we're having. Oh yeah, so this is I'm reorganizing. This is my life right now.
Excellent. And now that's like the way to do it because now you have to do it or you can't fucking go to bed.
Yep. Well, you can't see here, but on this shelf I have all my Japanese cinema. So at the top shelf, all the Godzilla and Kaiju cinema, including the non-Japanese ones. And then I got what's next? I got my Yakuza cinema, which is like a shelf and a half. I think my Pinky Violence, and then I got my my director selection stuff. I got the anime, the sci-fi selection, the samurai movies. Yep, they're all sorted out.
Did anyone check out Amy Jan's Godzilla video that he posted not too long ago?
Not yet.
What?
The new one that he did, like the sort of disambiguation for the Godzilla order.
It's like how to properly watch Godzilla, which I had a lot of problems with. But yes.
Really?
Oh, like his recommendations on like how to start if you're a complete noob.
I was say, by the way, if you grabbed Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, because he recommended it be your first movie, I'm fucking sorry. That is the worst of the Heisei cinema series. It is such a convoluted film.
Was he talking about that one or the original Godzilla vs. Ghidorah?
He's talking about the original one's called Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster or Godzilla vs. Astro Monster.
True.
Those are the two. So he's
talking
about
that one's good. I like that. That's the start of superhero Godzilla.
He's talking about 1991's Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and he talks about how like it's really cool. I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's the worst. I mean, I thought that one was okay.
It's the worst of the Heisei series, I think.
No.
Only because
you
the
think
plot,
these bananas are ripe enough yet?
Goddamn. Here's the reason why. Here's my reasoning is because it is such a convoluted plot that if you were to just watch it without any knowledge of Godzilla, you're fucking lost. I mean, any of the other Heisei films, you could literally just start watching.
Oh, I see. So you're saying it's not good as a jumping-on film?
It's not. It's the worst of the series of the Heisei series. Not that it's a bad movie. It's just of the like 9 movies or 10 movies in the Heisei series. That's the weak one. 7. Sorry. I didn't count. I just threw a number out there. I knew it was less than 10.
And thank you, Strong Sad, for the subscription, dude. Really appreciate it.
It's the weak
link. Doesn't even know how many movies are in that series. How can he call himself a real fan if he doesn't know how many movies are?
It's a weird series, is all I'm saying. It's not a bad movie. It's just a movie that, like, me and Truth in the Discord had a long discussion. Like, there's like plot holes. By the way, you used the word plot holes wrong. There are no plot holes in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. It never contradicts his own logic. Its logic is all over the place.
Hold on. Let me just, for those who are late to the party, let's reiterate the correct definition of plot holes. A plot hole, the incorrect way people use it all the time is that, something in the story didn't make sense. Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
We'll just wait for...
This guy says he's a Star Wars fan, but he doesn't even have the Ewok
Thanks,
movies.
JL.
Give
Those
it
are
a
the
moment
best
here.
ones. How can you call yourself a real Star Wars fan if you don't have the original Ewok movies?
That was actually very, very correctly, appropriately timed. Okay, so the way we see people using the term plot holes all the time is there's something in the plot that they feel didn't make sense. That is not what a plot hole is. That is not what a plot hole is. What a plot hole is when a movie plot betrays its own previously established logic, meaning the logic previously established earlier in the movie. It's like
The movie has no
say,
requirement to
this
take any
character doesn't like asparagus, and then 20 minutes later in the movie, that character's like, I love asparagus. That's a plot hole. You just betrayed your own logic.
And it's only a plot hole if there's no reason for that scene.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if the reason is he got hit in the head and now he likes asparagus, now there's a reason for it. But if you leave that scene out, it makes a plot hole, right?
Yes,
so,
correctly.
As an example.
Correct. So like suddenly he likes asparagus when it was firmly established that he didn't. But with the head clunk on the head clunk on the head, it makes sense.
Cinema Sins gets plot holes wrong all the time.
Yes,
which is why we don't like to see them.
Yet another reason to hate CinemaSins for perpetuating the wrong use of plot holes.
Yeah. I mean, Channel Awesome has been using most of those fucking movie reviewers, so-called informed movie reviewers, none of them know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to, like, plot holes. They go, it's a plot hole. I'm like, no, it just didn't explain to you how it works. That's not a plot hole.
Yeah.
See, these people, the 3 shells in Demolition Man, which is just an unexplained piece of technology, would be a plot hole. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't make sense in the movie. Mm-hmm. Well, of course it doesn't make sense. Then where the fuck explains it?
That's the joke. The joke is that it doesn't make sense and it's not explained. It's like, you just didn't get the joke. That's not a plot hole.
They also use Deus Ex Machina wrong also.
Deus Ex Machina, yeah.
Technically, it's just Ex Machina. Deus
Ex Machina is the proper full term.
Yes.
Ex Machina is the shortened.
Yeah.
Deus Ex
Deus means Deus is the god.
A Deus Ex Machina is
Deus Ex
basically
Machina.
when they just kind of write a very convenient ending that doesn't necessarily make sense.
Deus Ex Machine.
All right.
Okay.
So there's another kind of Deus Ex Machina, and that's the one where it's exhibited in the movie Undead. It's one of my favorite parts. It's a joke in the movie where this guy who's butt fucking naked fighting zombies literally goes like this into the air and guns appear into his hands. Okay, that's a joke because it was a gag because he's like literally shooting people and like it's like infinite bullets, and then suddenly he runs out of bullets and pulls guns from the air. You know,
they just because the way I've always heard it is they Ex Machina to something into the movie,
right? Which is a shorthand for Deus Ex Machina.
Essentially,
so in that case, he Ex Machina guns into the movie because
it's basically they couldn't think of the writer couldn't think of an actual legit way to get the character out of that situation, so they just kind of do something. Fuck it, he has a bulletproof car now because he just does.
A previously unexplained ability. It's like saying.
It's literally the definition when somebody says "because reasons."
Yeah, exactly.
It would be like if throughout the whole movie they show Batman without body armor and suddenly he gets shot and suddenly, oh, by the way, he had body armor right now, so he learned
body armor the whole time.
The whole time suddenly
see it. Invisible body armor.
The one I always love is the the mysterious locket that appears underneath someone's shirt that stops a bullet and doesn't kill the main character.
Yes.
So now,
Like the one that was never shown or previously explained at all.
Yeah.
You know?
my point was being that he attributed some changes in the storyline to plot holes in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. But what's actually happening is these characters are fucked with the timeline, and so there are audio or dialogue cues which contradict previously stated audio cues to show the rippling of time. It's not a clearly explained phenomenon thing in the movie. It's just a commonly known. It's like a pop culture thing in Japan. And here it wasn't. At the time, it wasn't so known. It's not really in the script in the dub. So it's kind of like. So like there's a character who mentions one thing about her past and then like 20 minutes later she says something that contradicts it. It's not that there's a plot hole, it's that the time has changed and it's showing how time has changed.
Yes. And Strong said, asked, would you consider the cliffhanger cheats in the Batman serials to be Deus Ex Machinas? Absolutely yes.
They can be, yes.
And in any serial that does that. Now, Batman isn't the only one guilty of that. Every serial has done that for at least
Deus Ex Machinas
one or two episodes.
Aren't necessarily bad if they're done, and none of these things are bad if they're done properly.
Yeah,
you can use a plot hole as a way to make the temporal distance in the viewer on purpose and make it part of the plot. You know what I mean? Like, anyway.
In the case of serials, I mean that's just kind of part of the fun. You kind of expect them to cheat it sometimes, and you know that they're going to do that.
Kind of have to cheat it sometimes.
Well, and sometimes they kind of have to because they have to put the character into some kind of perilous situation for the end of the episode. And they only have like 15, 20 minutes of story in every chapter. So there's got to be something. And sometimes, let's just throw them off the cliff and clearly show the car bursting into flames. And we'll even have a dummy body burning to death in the driver's seat as it goes off the cliff. And then...
Hold on. Okay, you actually hold on. Okay, I was gonna say, right, that when you're a kid, you already know what a Deus Ex Machina is.
Yeah.
Because when you're playing games, make believe and stuff like that, and somebody shoots you and make believe, and you're like,
oh yeah,
no, you didn't hit me because I have an invisibility cloak.
Yes.
Or you pause the game and just load your save game back up. That's basically the same thing.
That is an excellent example, Stout.
Every time Doom guy pulls the BFG out of his ass, he's fucking Deus Ex Machina that gun into the game.
Yeah. Kids use the Deus Ex Machina.
Goddamn way.
Yes. Kids use the Deus Ex Machina all the time in the schoolyard.
Yep.
All the time.
They don't know what it is, but it's a common trope.
Children as a whole are one giant
Deus Ex. No.
Related to that whole serial thing, when I was a kid, we didn't have a camcorders, but we just had audio tape recorders, and so me and my friends would make like little comedy sketch segments. They're terrible. I wish I still had the taste, but they're long gone.
Okay.
In one of them, we made jokes. We used to watch old serials on VHS, right?
Yeah.
Make jokes about how would it happen if someone if you're like, hey Joe, you have to direct the movie this week. And you're like, what do you mean? You have to pick up from this guy's. You watch last week's episode. You're like, how the fuck do I get him out of a burning car, you asshole?
I think I need to turn the on-screen alerts off for those because I just saw it like realistic knock is being played right now, and then it's like, damn it! I kind of ruined it. Sorry. What was that? Sorry.
So the gag was what happened. You get your first gig directing a movie, and it's like you direct a serial, and you're handed the fucking worst ending to the last episode of a serial. Like, how the fuck do I continue the story? And that's why the Deus Ex Machina exists. We're making a joke of like that's how it was created. Like some guys you put them in a car crash and drop them off a cliff. What the fuck was I supposed to do?
Yeah. Well, actually, a lot of those serials are written by like one or two guys. Like they'll just write all the scripts themselves, so they don't even care. It's like we need to have a cliffhanger. We'll do this, and then how are we gonna get him out? I don't know. We'll put an insert shot of him jumping out at the last second. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And one of the great.
I just thought it was funny is you got past that off, and like now you're like, how the hell? He was on fire. He was missing both his arms. How the fuck? What the fuck am I
screaming? Like,
yeah. My personal favorite, more modern example is the massive cliffhanger at the end of Sherlock.
Which one?
The I think it's season 2.
Oh,
went
yeah.
into season 3,
where
he jumped off the cliff, or jumped off the building.
Yeah.
The building.
That was like
Yeah.
a huge cliffhanger, and it was like 2 years before we got this next season too. So
I don't even know how that resolved yet.
There was.
I've never even seen.
You haven't. You watched it with us.
No.
Yes, you
we
did.
know. We
Yes,
never
you did.
finished past
No.
the second.
No, we watched the end of season 3. We did
Is
not
that
watch.
the falls?
We did. No, we watched to the end of season 3.
Okay, which one ends with the falls?
That is the falls.
And-
actually, none of them have the falls, and you're remembering the original Sherlock Holmes
No, I'm
stories.
thinking the movie now. God damn
Yeah.
it! I think we need to rewatch them. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything.
No, we watched to the end of season 3. The only ones we didn't watch were the Christmas special, The Vulnerable Bride, and series 4. That was it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. I haven't
Yeah.
seen any of that.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
haven't
seen.
I haven't seen
Series
those
4
either.
I don't remember the resolution, so good. It'd be
Yeah.
excellent to be
I didn't-
reminded of that.
I didn't remember it either, actually, when I rewatched them recently on Blu-ray. I was like, how the hell did he get out of that? I don't remember. And then the actual solution...
Like-
and they actually dramatized like a lot of the fan theories of what the solutions were.
Oh,
and
they
they-
did,
and
yeah,
they're
that
just,
was really
and
good.
they're just ridiculous. And you're like, no, come on. And then
Yeah, didn't they do it at like a pondering session that he was having?
they did
I
like a
forgot.
couple. Yeah, but...
Yeah,
and
it was one. It was just Watson just trying to figure out like.
well, and there was the other guy who was like the conspiracy theory nut who thought he'd figured
God
it
damn
all
it,
out.
I don't remember any of this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, clearly a rewatch is required.
Nobody would spoil it for me. It's perfect.
No.
I know when this happened.
You know, it's way too complicated to just explain in a couple words anyway. So
Well,
Yeah,
The thing is,
the only
I love
way.
when this happens because when I do that, I'm like, oh my god, I can experience it like it's the first time because I don't remember a goddamn thing from it except for
exactly.
segments. I remember like the naked
Right.
lady parts. I remember
I
and that's
just
very
love
memorable. Because how they shot.
know.
I always thought that was really interesting how they shot that. You know,
Because that's what reminded me of this whole conversation we've been having about Deus Ex Machinas.
Yes.
And it's just like, this is like the most modern, wild example that I could think of something like this because it's just so batshit crazy.
But the thing is, that is actually not a Deus Ex Machina because if you watch the episode before, the one that ends season 2, all the seeds are planted along the way.
so they knew
It's
the
just-
answer before they filmed these.
All it is we don't get all the information. You know, there's certain things that are deliberately withheld from the viewer that are revealed in the resolution.
Not
But-
quite the same.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
not, it's
until-
not the same. But all the
Like we literally saw fucking Batman drive a fucking car off
Yeah.
a cliff
like enough
and crash.
enough
you know.
seeds are planted in that second season finale that I can safely say it is actually not a Deus Ex Machina. So, and it left it open enough that they could solve it a few different ways. But you know, the way they did it, I thought was pretty
And the fans
clever.
had plenty of theories.
Oh God, did they
Oh
ever?
god, yeah.
And
I mean, that was the fun thing for 2 fucking years was, you
Okay.
know, doing all the research to try to figure out what did happen.
okay,
Great
I
viral marketing.
I turned off on-screen alerts and chat alerts, so now there will be no visual alert cues of any kind. However, when a sound is cued, I can go into the live screen and see who did it, so I can give you guys proper credit. So, there you go. The soundboard is safely stealthy now. So,
I like it better when we got you, even though all that shit happened. That's way better.
well, it's different. Like when I'm
More
editing, I have the stream stuff over on the other screen, so I'm not always looking at it. When I'm doing SNI, it's right up in my face, so I can see
No, that's
everything.
true.
So,
It's
Um,
just all up.
Are you supposed to say something, Justin?
all up in my business.
All I said was wonderful.
Oh,
Oh.
wonderful,
It's
Wonderbar.
wonderful.
wonderbar. Wee. I had
Just
zero
do
pickup.
it! Make your
I'm poor as
dreams
shit.
come true!
See,
See,
there you go. They did no
Instead of
alerts
getting
there.
pickups, instead of getting pickups, I sent Sean money. That's what happened.
That's right.
I had money at the end of the month, and instead of buying stuff, I bought Sean his rent.
His pickup
he's a
was
good
sending.
friend.
He was picking up my home for me. By
Yeah.
Basically keeping Sean alive and with power.
I need him on the fucking internet. I'll be bored without him here, goddammit. You need to entertain me.
That's
Dance
right.
monkey.
Dance monkey. Recent
He's
event.
literally
Hey, I'm a
paying-
significant investor, damn it.
Brandon
I
is
can say
literally
now.
paying to see the monkey dance.
Okay, apparently it doesn't actually tell me who the sound was. So, thank
It's
you,
really good.
whoever it was, for the just do it.
I'll never see the sounds and know it's playing now.
Never know.
No, I won't.
Yeah. So I only have 3 pickups this week.
I have 7.
I have
Heck.
1, and it was an Amazon gift card purchase. So it cost me, I think, a total of about 73 cents out of my own pocket.
I love when that happens.
Yes. The rest was all gift card.
I think the minimum I paid was 12 cents once. I was like, okay.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I think I had one like that. I don't remember the.
I don't know what it was anymore, but I remember the total went 12 cents. Okay.
Oh, sweet. Strong's Head got Dragon Quest Builders for the Nintendo Switch. Nice.
Oh, yeah, he was talking about that earlier in the week.
Very cool. Yeah, I think you were.
Look cool.
But,
Not my kind of game, but look cool.
All right, I'm going to make coffee and have a quick smoke because I did not have the opportunity to do so before starting the show. And I was going to do that before the show, but Stoud insisted I start the show anyway. So
Yeah,
here
you're welcome.
we are. Otherwise,
welcome.
we'd still be not starting the show. All right, see you guys in a few minutes.
You are so welcome for that. I'll enjoy the next 10 minutes of silence.
Don't forget to post on all your social medias that InSaNiTy is happening right now. Tell everybody that's happening right now.
Extended moment of silence.
Beef jerky.
No.
I'm currently looking up cheap boxes of cards that I can buy on eBay. I looked up some Star Wars ones, actually.
I want
The
like
solo set is not very expensive.
the what?
The Star Wars solo, a Star Wars story.
Oh, I want the fucking collectible card game cards.
And it has like a bunch of,
That's all fine and dandy, but
cards in it and stuff
Dude.
like that. So
I want to collect the card game cards because that's where all the background information about all those random characters in the Star Wars comes from.
I'm
Admiral
also
Prescott.
looking at Alan and Ginter though because they have
Corporal Prescott, excuse me. Corporal Prescott is one of the detention center guards. He's the guy who gets shot.
By the way, happy May 4th, everybody.
I don't get it.
It was kind of sad when considering what happened recently. We'll talk about that more later. I don't want to get
Oh,
into
yeah.
it here yet.
That's right.
Way to bring
I don't get
that
it.
down there, Stoud.
Big Taste. Don't forget Big Taste. That happened this week, too.
Big taste, yes.
Best meme I've ever seen in my entire goddamn life.
You would think that.
Fuck you.
Yay, I got the response I wanted. Yay!
I'm going to go pin that tweet. That's what's going to happen. I mean, that tweet, that post, I mean. Where's the Big Taste post?
Where's the beef?
So,
There
This
it is.
week-
The benefit of water.
this week I had two, not
Hold
one,
on.
two root canals.
The benefit,
tell
7
you-
benefit of water. You
Let
know
me
what's
tell
out,
you
man? If you drink real water, you too would have healthy skin and have moist teeth and bone glow.
Bone glow, that's my favorite.
I was totally expecting you to say you wouldn't have needed that root canal.
No, but it also would drown the mouth spiders. That, yeah.
I
probably wouldn't
get
for a
the other
while.
ones. I get where he's coming from with the other ones, like moist teeth and all stuff like that. Bone what I don't know what the fuck is bone glow.
I don't know, but it's true. That's what makes it so amazing.
Are you becoming luminous?
My favorite is it's every letter spaced out and it's wavy text and it's the only thing in all caps.
It's literally something you'd find in like PowerPoint.
Ah,
The only thing it's missing is that like sunset background texture that usually people put over. That's in fucking PowerPoint.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the only thing that it's missing.
and it also needs a random sound effect, which can't happen out.
Oh yeah. But still, I can't
Glow in the dark. You get it from drinking water that's radioactive? No, this is just regular water with big taste.
Yes.
Protects heart. Don't forget.
Protects heart. Gives you them moist teeth.
I want a shirt with just the Wavy Texas big taste on it. That's
Yeah, no,
no explanation whatsoever.
big taste.
They're like, yo, big taste. I'm like, what? That's your name, right?
I-
like, no.
I honestly that they, Aquafina or something like that should like advertise the new Aquafina Big Taste Edition.
Like I had like an idea of making like these little commercials for my channel, and now I'm totally gonna do a big taste water one. Have to. How do I organize my media? Alphabetically.
Put it on a shelf?
Alphabetically.
See, I tried to do that. I just realized how many movies I have that start with the. And I know you organize it after the word the.
You leave a.
I know, but it's just like in the process of doing that, I learned how many movies I actually had that start with a and the. It's like, damn, that's a lot.
Very common.
So it's just like
I
did have my movies alphabetized, but they didn't look alphabetized because again of how many movies that started with a and the.
Oh, yeah.
So like the and a would just show random points.
My brain just ignores the the at this point. A is the one that gets me sometimes. I'm like, well, fuck, this isn't. I'll sometimes put one of those like a simple plan ended up in A's accidentally. Like that should be an S. God damn it.
Like for me, I will start and I'll sort by many different things. One, I'll sort by like style, or I'll sort by brand or company. Like I'll stick all the Disney movies together.
Yeah,
I'll stick all the Marvel MCU movies together.
I have stuff like that, but I have one shelf that's one side is my Japanese section with all the Japanese films. I have a lot of them, and the other side is my spaghetti westerns and my post-apocalyptic films and my blaxification and my Euro spy and the martial arts. Like I have a few genres.
Yeah, the only thing that's organized here is, which some stuff is bled over because I just ran out of room. Is it's separated from movies, anime, and TV shows. You know, that's one section is entirely TV shows, one's entirely anime, and one's entirely movies.
But I'm currently in the process of putting everything in alphabetical order.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another shelf
So
here.
an AN can get removed also, obviously. It's usually an H or a vowel.
Excellent choice of music.
Excellent choice of music.
Just like video.
Oh, okay. I can't, like I said, I don't have headphones on, so I just have the stream muted. Someone please
that?
put that. Oh my god. Good shit.
Coffee's still brewing. Where the hell is my pickup anyway?
So what I want to say about my teeth is that
Into the back shelf.
it's way more fun to not have to do that and pay thousands of dollars than it is. It's way less fun, I should say. Way less fun. That's what I meant to say. Way less fun to do that than to brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth?
You might think to yourself, brushing your teeth is boring. Does it really benefit you? Well, guess what? Paying thousands of dollars to fix your fucking teeth in a way that really fucking hurts? Oh, boy. Brush your fucking teeth. That's all.
This has been a public service announcement from Stoudman.
Brush your fucking teeth, kid.
Damn it.
Seriously.
I'm also will second the please brush your teeth, kids.
Yes.
Look at the chiclet teeth they gave me.
Oh, wow.
God.
Those look wonderful. You want to see mine?
Oh.
He's like, I wish I had those.
Yeah, you had those. Yeah. You had more money than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sad thing. That's why I'm like, I really want universal health care so that people don't have to fucking worry about that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to wait a long time to get it. It'd be okay.
Thing. Like, I mean, here in Canada, dental stuff still costs money, but you don't have to, like, take out a second mortgage on your fucking house to pay for it.
Right?
It's ridiculous. Hey, thanks, Duncan. 14 months. Woohoo!
The funny thing is, you might think he's being a little facetious with that remark. You don't have to take out the second mortgage. No, literally, people have to fucking take out second mortgages.
Yeah.
Pay for this shit.
Oh, I know.
It's really expensive.
I can't afford to fix my teeth at all.
No.
Ugh.
I
Unless
just...
unless it gets infected, it's an elective surgery at this point.
Yeah. I brush my teeth.
Thanks, Donald Trump. That's a new thing that happened, by the way.
Yeah.
That was not something before Donald Trump was president. Before they were going to fix my teeth. So, about my coverage team.
Yeah.
Thanks, Donald Trump.
That's people running around trying to find money to pay for their health care. This is SNI, not
Moving
the
on.
Hey, young tax return, don't you ever tell us what to talk about on our show. Thanks.
Yes. I was going to say that a little more nicely, but yeah.
No,
What he
I'm
said.
an asshole. Suck my fat balls, biatch. Watch the replay and skip it.
Yeah, normally we don't, but I mean, to be fair, Stoudman is responding very directly from first-hand experience to the way things currently are in America. He is a victim of this broken fucking system and this corrupt fucking government. So,
he
I'm
is.
sorry if
Justin,
he's a little upset and we're a little empathetic about it.
Justin's a victim, really?
Yeah.
I'm not the victim. Brandon is a victim.
Well,
I'm not a victim.
Well, you both are. Like, the thing is...
Yeah, I was able to actually pay for it. Sure.
Well, yeah, but
it's
also because you have a job that pays well, so you can set aside money to pay for such things. You know.
I would much prefer to have higher taxes and pay for that shit for my taxes and not have to worry about whether or not I'm able to afford other shit. You know.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I'm not necessarily the victim if I was able to do something about my problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the actual victims, the people who literally have nothing to...
There are people worse off than I am,
Unbelievable.
too, by the way.
This
That's
guy
pretty
says he's a Star Wars
crazy
fan,
here.
but he doesn't.
There are people even
have
worse
the
off, way,
Ewok movies.
way worse off
Those
than
are
you.
the
Right,
best
Stout-
ones.
Stout is
How
How
raising
can you call
an important
yourself a
point
real
here
Star
about
Wars fan
what it takes
if you
to be a real
don't
Star
have
Wars
the
fan.
original
So,
Ewok
listen
movies?
to that. Yeah. Okay, very good.
So yeah, there are people who are even way worse off than me or stabbed by a factor of 10 or more.
I know.
easily.
Well, that's not the point. It's not my dick is bigger than your dick. It's just...
My victim dick, he's bigger than his victim dick.
Yes. But it's...
Victim dick? Is that what?
The point is, these two fine gentlemen, who you enjoy week after week, are being directly affected by the lack of universal health care.
This fine gentleman right here.
And again, it's been said 1,000 times, the U.S. is literally the only country in the world that doesn't have it. So...
Well, the only developed nation.
Yeah.
Or as
Well,
the white
obviously,
people say, civilized country. I use air quotes because that doesn't make civilization. We're not civilized, trust me.
But I mean...
We're just more advanced chimps than someone else.
I feel like people really didn't get the message when the UN determined that there are parts of the United States that literally are worse than third world countries.
Yeah.
Like,
go to Skid Row in Los Angeles. Type in Skid Row, Los Angeles into YouTube and see the videos where there's like 4,000 people living on a single city block.
It's crazy.
In tent and shit.
It's been 5
Literally
years.
tent city.
It still doesn't have
A
clean
literal tent city.
5 fucking years and Flint, Michigan still doesn't have clean water. Come on.
Puerto
man.
Rico is the biggest. First of all, let's stop saying Puerto Rico. Thousands of people died. Thousands of people died in our civilized country because we didn't provide power for them, and they still don't have some semblance of fucking society there. We refuse to give them any actual support because our fucking president's an idiot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. That's their big shame, by the way.
Yeah.
That's one of their big shames. Not just kids' ages.
Okay.
The killing of American citizens.
But even Canada is not all roses and rainbows. Talking about tent city, we actually had a tent city here in Nanaimo, which was downtown by the harbor, And there was, I don't know how many people were there, but there was a lot. Like, I walked by it a few times, and I would go downtown and just see how many people were there. And our local government decided one day, yeah, it's now unlawful to live there in a tent, so we're just going to clear out that whole area. So they did. They basically, under penalty of law, they all had to pack up their shit and go. Doesn't matter where. We don't care. Just go. Just go away.
Those laws make it illegal to exist.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's such bullshit.
I can't help but wonder, like...
Actually, it happened here in tiny little Cincinnati.
That's one of the biggest things that, like, fucking liberals are guilty of, is that sweeping of homeless people from under the rugs. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just like, if we don't have to look at the problem, it's not there. And it was a visual reminder of the problem.
But just fix the fucking problem, you rich sons of bitches.
Thanks, worm disease! Holy shit, just like Fast and Furious at the subs tonight. It's awesome, you guys rock.
It's good. It's wonderful.
Boom! Look at the jar. It's just like full of subs.
And every time there's bits in it, it just gets thrown out. Every time.
They do. Like, they just clear out.
Fuck off, bits. You're not good enough for our club. You're not a real Star Wars fan.
That's right. You're not a real Zarenizerek fan. You're not subbed on Twitch. So anyway.
But yeah,
I love how I step away for like 5 minutes and I come back and this is what I come back to. Thanks, Stoud. I just can't leave you alone for a minute.
Entirely his fault. Well, yep.
Without dragging it down into politics.
He knows I'm stoned.
FYI, if you ever manage to follow Stoud on Facebook,
hey,
this is what you see 98% of the time.
Thanks, Smeghound, for filling the cup.
Thanks, Smeghound, for filling the cup. And by the way, Worm Disease, it's actually still the 4th here, so it's okay. You're good. You're in time. So, actually, speaking of being a real Star Wars fan and Ewok movies, on my Facebook fan page today to celebrate May the 4th, I found all of the original painted movie posters for both Ewok movies and posted them in celebration. And I spammed them in the Discord because someone just offhandedly mentioned the Ewok movies, so I posted every poster ever, and then also to cap it off on the Facebook post there, I added in a picture of a poster, the original like TV guide ad for the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Let me be clear: the only one allowed to spam posts like that are Geeky Crew members. That's it.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear in the Discord.
Yes.
Just to keep people from
getting funny ideas.
Photos at once. Yeah.
That's right. Michael says, say what you will about the Ewok films. At least they had good posters. They did. They were like true, proper painted posters. I think they were Drew Struzan, weren't they?
Yes.
Drew Struzan.
Everything was Drew Struzan until he retired.
Pretty much, yeah. Like he did all the Star Wars, all the original Star Wars.
And even then, I think he came back for
Drew
Struzan. He came back for Blade Runner. He came back for Blade Runner: The Final Cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. And possibly a couple others here and there, but
he came back for a few. Like, I think he do Ready Player One also.
Maybe, I don't know.
And certainly, if not, it's doing a good job of mimicking Struzan look. So.
I didn't watch anything Star Wars on May the 4th. I watched The Simpsons instead. Okay then. Actually, neither did I. Rosie and I were watching the '90s Batman movies because apparently she's never seen them. I was like, well, it is my duty as a geek father to make sure you see these movies. So, what was really cool about it, you want to talk about, like really getting to have the full experience of seeing someone's first-time reactions. She didn't even know who the villains were going to be in the movies. Like, she didn't know anything about them. So I just left it as a surprise. Didn't tell her. Let her try to figure it out just from the clues early on. And, so, like, the first one, she's like, I wonder, like, who's the villain in this? Well, I don't know. You're going to have to wait and see. It's like, And then she's like, Jack Nicholson with the Jackson. Like, oh, he's totally going to be the Joker. I can tell it's going to be him. He's going to be the Joker, isn't he? She's like, oh, they got a good actor to be the Joker.
He's smart. He's a smart kid.
And then we're watching the second one, and she didn't know it was going to be Catwoman and Penguin, so she's watching, and it's like, I wonder who's the villain in this one. It's like, oh, you're going to have to wait and see. So she sees, like, the the opening scene of the baby being thrown in the river and going down the thing and then going into the Arctic thing. It's like, oh, it's all snowing. So I bet it's gonna be Mr. Freeze. It's gonna be Mr. Freeze, isn't it? And then she kept saying Mr. Freeze up until the penguins showed up to get the carriage. It's like, oh, it's gonna be the penguin. Okay, cool. Who'd they get to be the penguin? It's like, well, you're gonna have to wait and see. It's like, oh, okay. And then she didn't know that Catwoman was gonna be in it. And then it gets to the whole origin of Catwoman. And it's like, is she gonna be Catwoman? And then she sees her like, all the cats coming. It's like, I'm guessing she's gonna be Catwoman because there's like cats everywhere. And then as soon as she saw her like when she starts making the costume and she pulls out like the PVC jacket out of the closet, she was like, okay, she's Catwoman. She clued in. And then the third one, at first she said she didn't want to watch the third one because it wasn't directed by Tim Burton.
I supported that, by the way.
Because she loves Tim Burton. She hasn't seen all his movies, but she loves the ones she has seen. And she really enjoyed the first two Batman movies a lot.
Teen girl liking Tim Burton, I've never heard of such a thing.
And I said, a lot of people didn't like how the first two were so dark. And she says, I loved that they were so dark. I like dark things. I'm like, I know. So at first she didn't want to watch it because A, it wasn't directed by Tim Burton, and B, I told her that they kind of lightened up the tone a bit. She's like, why do I want to? I don't know if I want to watch it. You said they lightened it up. And I'm like, well, I think there's one reason you might want to watch it. And it's like, really? Why? I said, well, there's an actor in it that you like. And she didn't know anything about it. She just guessed this off the top. She says, Jim Carrey? I'm like, well, you'll have to wait and see. So we get to the opening titles.
But there's a second where he's like, fuck.
And I know, I'm like, did you know something? I would try to like keep it a secret. Like, I didn't want to ask, did you know something about this? It's like, no, I didn't want it to be like that. So I was like, well, you just have to wait and see. So we get to the titles, and of course the names are swooping in and stuff, and he gets to Jim Carrey. He's like, I knew it was going to be Jim Carrey. She's like so excited. So
that's great.
Yeah. So after we finished watching the first three movies, we've not watched the fourth one yet, but she wants to watch it. So we're going to watch it tomorrow before she goes back to her mom's. We filmed a little video, just kind of her giving some of her thoughts and reactions to the first three movies. So it's just very raw and, straightforward. Dude. I just kind of asked her some basic general questions, trying not to ask leading questions, because, you really want the pure answers there. And she had some very interesting things to say, I have to say. Some clever little insights.
I demand to be present when this girl finally sees From Dusk Till Dawn. I got to see her honest reaction at that midpoint.
Oh, God, yeah.
I've introduced it to 3 people, and it's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, I know. I showed it to Anetta, and she knew nothing about it. And that is such the best way to go into that movie. If you know nothing about it, and you get to the big kind of flip-flop in the middle, and she's like, wait a minute. What the hell's going on? She's like totally...
Like, they walk in, they pull up to the titty twister, and I paused the movie, and I gotta go pee. And I went pee, and I came back. So, what are you thinking? Like, he's like, oh, this is the fucking coolest heist movie? Dude, Tarantino should be a movie. He should be an actor. I'm like, yeah, I know. We all talk about this. Anyway.
Thanks, Michelle. Michelle Stone Sour.
So, when it happened, he lost his goddamn mind. He was like, what? What the fuck's happening?
I know, it's
Did
so...
you change the movie?
It's so out of the blue. It's like,
the same movie.
No, this is the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I gotta see that. I haven't seen that in so long. And no, I would not be showing that to her until she's a little older, obviously.
Obviously. No, of course.
Not stupid. But,
I'm not going to be able to visit for a little bit, but anyway.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, like, she'll be, like, 15, 16. That's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good age.
Yeah, that's when I was how old I was when I saw that movie.
Yeah.
Of course, I came out in theater and snuck in to see it, but it's beside the point.
I learned from Dusk Till Dawn that it's an absolutely horrible third-person shooter.
Yeah. Holy shit, Stat. Try not to sneeze your teeth out of your head. So it's been fun seeing her first time reactions to the Batman movies, but so yeah, we'll have to watch some more Tim Burton stuff because she definitely likes him. She was really curious to see what he looked like. So, in addition to watching the movies, we were watching a lot of the behind-the-scenes featurettes and interviews and stuff like that. She's really into all that, and she really likes Tim Burton. Like, she says, yeah, he looks kind of how I thought he would look, like sort of gothy, a little bit alternative. And she thought it was funny how he stutters so much when he talks, like because he's he like thinks very fast and like sort of trying to get the words out and explain what he's thinking. He tends to fall over his words a lot when he's talking, but she found that kind of amusing, just kind of his enthusiasm and energy about, talking about his stuff and everything like that. She really, really enjoyed the interviews. But, yeah. I know we did not go to Free Comic Book Day, so I don't like to go to those when I don't have money to actually buy things as well.
Yeah.
So,
you should
I decided not to go.
Here's like heads up, guys. In the future, when you do Free Comic Book Day, you should definitely buy something from the store because they pay money for those comics. It's a very reduced price for those comics, but they still spend hundreds of dollars to put that on.
Yeah.
And so to Tom and Kirsty, just buy anything, even if it's like $5 or whatever. Just buy something from the store.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like when I was poor, I bought some candy bars from their fucking food. Like it's all I could afford. Like I got like $3,
Yeah, just something. Always support your local comic stores.
When I had money, I'd buy like trade paperbacks and then.
But that's the only reason I didn't go is because I don't have any money to spend on stuff right now. So
likely they'll still have comics left over, and so when you do have money and go, you might just ask, and they might just be like, "Oh, dude, we got some Free Comic Book Day stuff from this year."
Yeah,
and it might just be too late. It won't be everything. Cause some of the stuff.
No, obviously, because some of them, the popular ones go pretty quick.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
well, whatever.
Might be able to get some still. Not all hope is not lost.
All hope is not lost. But I'm not overly concerned about it. I mean, most of the ones anyway that would be for ones I want typically get reprinted at some point in a collection of that series anyway, so I'm not too worried about it.
Like Rick and Morty one specifically.
Rick and Morty, ROM Space Knight. I remember there was a Free Comic Book Day, like issue 0 for ROM when IDW started doing them. And
I gotta get that trade still.
and that was reprinted as a part of ROM issue number 1. So issue 1 is actually a slightly longer issue that reprints the Free Comic Book Day stuff because it's actually it's a canon story, like it's an important prologue to the series. So they wanted to make sure nobody missed out on it, so they reprinted it as a part of issue number 1, which was nice of them. And it's in the trade paperbacks as well. So I don't know what they're doing. I haven't been following that at all. Like, did they even have that going anymore? Like the Hasbro shared universe?
Oh, the shared universe still. I think ROM. I don't know if it's ROM still going, but the shared universe still exists.
Well, ROM and Micronauts, the solo series ended.
Yeah.
And then they did a couple of crossover miniseries.
I believe ROM is off on some team somewhere with either some Autobots or some G.I. Joe or a mix of both or something.
Okay.
Like, they have all these mixes of teams now, so, like,
yeah,
there's, like, a space team, and then there's, like, an Earth team, and that kind of thing.
So maybe he's off with the space team or something.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. It's like it's been a while since I've even read it.
I haven't followed any of it. Like, I got them when they first came out with the solo series, and I got all but one issue of the solo series. Of course, I always miss one stinking
I gotta
issue.
get the First Strike trade, which is the second crossover that follows Revolution.
Yeah, I got most of the first. I think I got all the First Strike, like the main series and some of the one-shots, but I didn't get all of them. And then I just kind of gave up. It was getting to be too much, like, to follow and to collect. And yeah, I think that's why I was like, I'm just gonna get the trades at some point. I'll just get them and then
I'll buy single comics every now and then. I just month before last, I bought Batman 400. So I mean, like, I'm not above single issues. It's just
Batman.
I focus on trades because they fit better on the shelf, and I can read them without worrying about reducing.
Oh, right, Batman 400. Yeah. Oh, and you also got Detective 1000. I know.
Yes,
because that was
too.
A special issue.
Anniversary. I get anniversary issues. I got the Batman 400 because it's not collected. And I just wanted it because it was supposed to be the last Crisis story. Like, last Crisis story.
Issue. I've got, funny enough,
series of games,
Funny enough, I actually collected Batman for a little bit shortly after Batman 400. I think it was that one that kind of caught my eye, but I missed it.
Oh, nice.
It was sold out. So I started collecting for a little bit afterwards, and they had like the many deaths of the Batman and.
Oh, that's all collected now, dude.
Yeah,
In the
I'm sure it is.
I have all that stuff.
I have
Yeah.
like a bunch of the originals. I have the first part of Lonely Place of Dying. Really nice covers on that miniseries, on that arc, by the way.
Yep.
And then what the hell else? I got like a Clayface one. I forget what is.
Mud Pack, probably.
Mud Pack. That's what it was. Yeah, it was the Mud
That's
Pack.
not been recollected yet. That's one of my favorite
Okay.
storylines. I have
All
those
right.
things.
I don't know if I actually have all the parts of it. I think I might only have a couple
It
parts.
starts with Secret Origins. I can't remember what issue,
No, I don't
but
have that. I only
the Secret
had-
Origins issue has all their pre-crisis origins, their new origins stuff,
No, I
like
don't have it.
all
I don't have
cleaned
that.
up and stuff.
No.
And then it goes into the miniseries.
No, and then I had
I mean,
Batman Year 3, which was the one where they sort of retooled the origin of Robin. So I'm trying to talk over the bagpipes. And that one had really nice covers too. And I think I might have missed an issue of it, but it was good. I liked it. It's Batman. And yeah.
oh, good shit. Good shit.
Thank you, whoever that was. So I don't know why. I thought it usually told me, but it doesn't want to tell me.
Just put the chat alert only.
Yeah, I guess I can do that. I can do that. I'll do the chat alert only. Most
I
of
think
the
that-
time, I won't see.
Hell, you don't read the chat half the time. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
And when you do, you only read the latest message and get all mad because you don't understand because you didn't read up at all.
What are you saying? That's a stupid thing you're saying. Stupid.
What are you talking about, Skinslip?
It's like
Read up
oh,
one sentence.
oh,
Like,
there's the context. Never
you fucking
mind.
idiot. Just read up. So, guys, when the knock comes in, just throw up a lull real quick and try to bury it so he doesn't see it.
Just a whole
That's how you sneak it
string
in.
of lulls.
Yeah, just throw some lulls up there and it'll, like, bury it, and maybe he won't see it clustered in all the
Or
lulls.
just don't do the knock during SNI because I tend to look at the chat more on SNI than I do normally. Like
That's
if
true.
I'm editing or something and you see I'm like really into editing, like really precisely trying to get that thing, and then knock. You know, that's when you get me.
Right.
But yeah, good times.
Good time.
What do you mean, or no alerts, Crolatin? Why would you say something so random and stupid? Like, without any context whatsoever? Or no alerts? What does that even mean?
Fuck.
Apparently,
So should we get into news? Because there's a lot of news.
apparently nobody else is reading the chat either, so nobody got the joke there. That's
I
great.
agree. Let's catch up on messages, sorry.
Okay. Alright, never mind.
Like 7 emails. I decided to go check.
Okay, so news. I need to get coffee first. Hold on, I'll be back.
God.
I finished brewing. It smells good.
Smells good. Coffee never smells good. I hate the smell of coffee. I hate the smell and the taste. It's the only way I can describe it in terms that I consider to be bad would be terms that other people who are coffee fans would consider to be good.
Like bitter, awful, disgusting,
Bitter,
water.
acidic, gross
Shit water. Yeah.
And
It
they'll be
looks like poop water.
bitter
Why are you drinking it?
we love. Like,
That's why I drink.
I like bitter and acidic things. Why?
It's like, why would you drink something that's brown? It looks like poop. I can't see this liquid. Shut up.
It's in a bright blue can. Fuck you.
It's blue. What are you talking about?
Mine is cold. Yours is
I'm not a fan of coffee or tea.
And it's
I'm sorry,
refreshing.
D-Ray.
And it helps me too.
And we're back. Just adjust my crotch.
Oh, thanks, Brinsley. I don't know if it's available
Let's see.
anymore. I believe it's called Electric Zombie. If not mistaken.
Holy shit. Okay, movie TV news. The team of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, directors and writers for the Lego Movie and writers for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, etc., have signed a 5-year deal with Sony Pictures Television, rumored to be worth 9 figures. They will oversee the animated Marvel TV universe.
Right, who got that job? Sorry.
Phil Lord and Christopher Miller.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a bold choice.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of going with, like...
Ah!
So Marvel...
Holy moly.
Is there, like, something playing?
Seriously? You want to update right now, you fuck? No. Shit, I
like
clicked
Marvel
OK.
is being run by someone
see what
who has done comics, and DC's gonna be run by someone who does movies. I think they don't understand the property still.
Who?
As much as I like
DC?
those filmmakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're missing the point. I think you need to find a
So you.
comic guy who wants
Need
to
to
be a
find a comic
filmmaker
guy.
and make that guy
I
in
thought
charge.
wait a minute, I thought they did. I thought they had Jeff Johns working on it now.
Except Lord Miller's not doing it.
What? Well, no, they're doing the Marvel stuff.
Oh, Marvel shit. God, I thought you said DC.
Holy shit.
My fucking brain.
One news item and Skinslip
My
is already
brain,
completely
no,
lost.
my brain, my brain registered DC for some reason. I don't
No.
Thanks, brain.
No,
Hi.
they're doing the Marvel TV animated universe animation.
That's an interesting
for
choice.
Marvel.
My comment still stands about going from a comic creator to a filmmaker instead.
I don't know. They've proven themselves.
No, I'm not saying they haven't.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's see.
Jesus Christ,
The
my brain.
Hollywood Reporter broke the news that David Dastmalchian, probably
Who?
butchering that, I don't know, Kurt from the Ant-Man franchise, The Dark Knight,
Okay.
and 2017's Twin Peaks, has been cast as the Polkadot Man in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. Apparently that's really evil. Polkadot Man! Ah! Pure evil! Oh, the polka dots!
Will you please stop
Lord.
saying that?
Okay.
The polka dot man, you said?
The polka dot man. The polka dot man.
I think that's the
polka
guy
dot
who
man.
to portals, I think, right?
I don't know. I've never heard of him.
It's been a long
I don't
time.
know Suicide Squad characters very much. I really just know the movies on those. And a little bit of the original Suicide Squad. I actually have...
Calls himself a DC fan.
Abner Krill.
Oh,
Abner Krill, that's right.
I actually have the first issue of Suicide Squad somewhere. I don't remember who the team was. I know Deadshot was one of them. That's all I remember.
How can you call yourself a real DC fan if you don't even know who the polka dot man is?
I don't. As far as DC goes, I'm basically Batman and Green Arrow. That's my main two for DC. And then the occasional miniseries that's unrelated.
Right.
In a recent podcast interview, Karen Gillan, who is, of course, Nebula in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and Amy Pond in Doctor Who, has shown great interest in directing a future installment of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She said, I keep asking Kevin Feige to when that's going to be. I'm still waiting. I wouldn't just do any film, though. I think it would need to be one where I had a strong feeling that I was the best person for the job. Obviously, that's not every movie that comes your way. Cool. Well, that'd be interesting to see if that happens. I love her as an actor.
So Polka Dot Man, I remember now, it's the guy at the as soon as I saw his costume, it's the guy who can like remove his like little polka dots and become various things that he needs. It's kind of a neat little, it's like a superpowered suit.
Okay, cool.
He's a pretty obscure character. Started crime with polka dot crime wave or something like that.
Okay.
I can't remember now. I just anyway.
In a recent interview, Ron Howard, director of A Beautiful Mind and Solo, clearly the one big movie he's noted for is Solo. Ron Howard, the director of Solo, revealed that Disney...
Not Cocoon.
Not Cocoon, not Apollo
a million other
13
fucking
or,
movies.
you know, any of
Oh,
those.
13, dude, come
Solo.
on.
Solo.
Solo.
He
That
did
movie where he
Solo.
picked up someone else's movie.
Yeah, exactly.
For God's sakes.
The guy who was brought in to do fucking
Holy
damage.
guacamole. Thank you, Duncan, for taking a
Nice.
dump on the bits. Look at that. Dropping some Autobot heads in
Yo,
there.
bitch.
That is
Fuck all
awesome.
those subs.
Thank you, dude. Alrighty, let's see here. So next up, just skip that one. We'll get to that in a minute. The Scarlet Witch and Vision television series for Disney Plus streaming app now has a title and plot. WandaVision.
Ron Howard thing, by the way.
What? Oh yeah.
You just made Ron Howard.
Holy shit. You're right, I did. We'll get back to that. I'll go back. Just hold your horses. I got distracted. It's okay. So anyway, Scarlet Witch and Vision TV series will be called WandaVision. And we'll see the couple show up in the 1950s. No release date is known at this time. That's going to be interesting.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think we
How do
knew...
you reconcile that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a time warp thing, or maybe... I don't know. Anyway, I think we knew that it was going to be called WandaVision a little while ago, but...
I don't remember that, so but that's fine.
I remember hearing that somewhere. I don't remember how long ago it was, though. But, okay, anyway, Ron Howard, the director of Solo, revealed that Disney has been hounding him to bring Willow back. Oh, I guess he directed Willow as well as a series on the Disney Plus app.
What was Willow again? I can't remember.
He says, I think it'd be a great way to go, Howard said. In fact, George Lucas has always talked about the possibility of a Willow series, and it'd be great and more intimate and built around that character and some of the others. And John Kasdan has, I think, an inspired take on it that could be really, really cool. So, very good. He didn't actually burp in the quote. That was my paraphrasing.
Yes. Your interpretation.
So, wow, one guy got beat up for spoilers, which we talked about last week or a couple weeks ago. And there's more news about Avengers Endgame shenanigans. We have a woman in China was hospitalized for hyperventilation after watching Avengers Endgame.
That's
They should put that.
Yeah.
They should use that as part of their marketing. It's like, this
Make
movie
women
will leave you
hyperventilate.
gasping for breath.
This is awful.
Let's see.
how much
Marvel's.
money did this game make so far? Hold on, let me check here. $1.9 billion, just barely 2 weeks in.
That's pretty good for a movie that doesn't even have the slightest hint of Batman in it. I just like to say I am genuinely shocked and disappointed by how many people thought that video was serious. Like, really? Do I normally
Serious?
talk like this? Because, yeah, this is totally my normal voice. It's clearly a character, but okay.
I think
Anyway.
most of the people who commented on that and didn't get it probably were not viewers of yours,
Yeah.
and they were just literally looking for a hate video, a video to watch to hate on.
Yeah. No, there was some that were longtime viewers, and like there was, you know, so like, I lost all respect for you after this video. Like, really? Dude, it's a joke. Come on, chill.
You were apparently not a long-time viewer then.
Yes, it's
Unsubbed.
like I never talk like that or act like that ever, and would never be wrong about something so completely obviously wrong. Anyway, Marvel's Ghost Rider and Marvel's Hellstorm have both been greenlit for series streaming on Hulu. Fucking Hulu. We don't get Hulu here in Canada.
But why?
You're not missing
Disney
much. It's not all
Plus
that
now.
great.
Why would that be on Hulu?
I don't know. And that actually, yeah, why is that on Hulu and not Disney Plus? That doesn't make sense. Gabriel Luna will once again suit up as Robbie Ray's Ghost Rider. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. However, sources stress that this will be a completely new iteration of the character in no way connected to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. storyline. Okay, so same actor, new storyline. Let's see. Oh, okay. According...
Full reboot.
This is actually pretty cool. According to Quentin Tarantino, after work is done on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he'll be putting together a director's cut of Django Unchained. This, however, won't be released as a miniseries like the extended cut of The Hateful Eight was. Oh, well, I thought that's what he was going to do, but okay, cool. Which, by the way, it appears we don't get the extended cut of The Hateful Eight here on Netflix Canada. Kind of wanted to see that. The 4-part miniseries cut, you know? Anyway. Let's see. F. Gary Gray, the director of Friday, The Fate of the Furious, and MIB International, is set to direct a film adaptation based off the Saints Row video game series.
Which I don't fully understand.
I don't either, but okay.
Oh,
I guess the question is, which Saints Row game? Because if you just say the series, that makes zero sense because the series gets gradually more batshit.
Actually, it makes sense. They started off like as a clone, but ever since like 3 on, they've all been kind of a parody. So I imagine it might be a action parody or action comedy
like
of some sort.
Comedy?
That's what I'm saying. Are they going to go
Frank,
more
maybe.
realistic route, or are they going to go, I'm the president and been abducted by aliens?
I hope they go the route of like Crank or Drive.
That would be fun.
Drive Angry would be perfect.
Postal, guys. Postal, the movie Postal.
No, we don't want Uwe Boll. I love him, but no.
I was wondering why the hell you kept mentioning Postal. I'm like,
Postal. It's just like he has Tourette's. It's like his tick. Postal.
The
Postal.
movie Postal by Uwe Boll, yes, was, I maintain, one of the best video game adaptations ever made.
Yes.
And the reason is that Postal, the video game series, is batshit insane. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yes.
And neither does the movie.
So it's
perfect.
Captures the essence of the movie.
No, that was my question, Stout, was because Saints Row 1 and 2 were very realistic, mimicking Grand Theft Auto, where 3 and 4 were the batshit levels insane. Like I said, you play as the president who's been abducted by aliens and you run around butt naked for an hour. And it's just like that level of insane. And just like, which way are they going to go?
I would think they will go in the direction of whichever one of the series was the most popular with fans.
I'm hoping for
presumably it would be the one that would make them the most money.
Which would be Saints Row, the third, and Saints Row 4.
Okay.
As
batshit insane it is.
Batshit insane.
Like superhero shit.
Those are the only ones that have gotten higher quality remasters and re-releases on modern systems like the Switch.
So it'll probably be like what Skinslip was saying, be like an action comedy parody type thing, which could be fun. I'd be down with that.
Nothing wrong with the idea.
I turned the camera off myself because I took my shirt off to see what my tag said.
Okay.
Roth's curious who make the shirt.
Okay.
From Public, which doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Okay.
I gotta go find the store for you real quick. One second. It was sent to me by a viewer who wanted me to promote his shirt line.
Okay.
And so, I guess I gotta look through, find out where shirt.
Okay. Well, while you're looking for that, I'll carry on here. CBS All Access has renewed The Twilight Zone for a second season already. That was quick. Didn't the first season just debut like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just have to check it out. I've actually heard it's pretty good. But
that's a good really surprised because of who's behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, makes sense.
Who's behind it?
Fuck, the name escapes me. Guy who did Get Out. Guy who did Us.
Oh, well, he's good. And actually, Get Out was kind of almost a Twilight Zone-y type of story.
Fucking still haven't seen it.
Really?
I still haven't seen it.
Really?
You both haven't seen it? Wow.
I've seen Get Out. I haven't seen Us.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen Get Out just because I don't own it.
Oh, okay.
And it's not anything I was streaming yet.
Was it
I'm surprised it should be on Netflix by now, I would have thought.
Nope.
Well, the fuck?
Think Strong said.
Just it's on some other streaming service.
What was that? Where is it? It's somewhere else?
I don't know, somewhere else.
Jordan Peele. Okay, that's what it is.
It's not on Netflix. It's not on Shudder.
And Strong says, speaking of video game movies, I want to see an Ace Combat movie. That could be interesting. Sort of like Top Gun type of thing, maybe.
Get Out for the past few years has been on sale on Blu-ray for like $4 during Black Friday. Highly recommend that this next Black Friday you put $4 into that Skinslip.
There you go.
What?
Eh.
What?
What?
What? What, Stoud?
You didn't hear that, really?
No, we didn't hear anything that
None
you
of
just
us
said. $4 Black Friday Skinslip.
Get Out has been $4 on Blu-ray past few years on Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
I only had so much money; it didn't make the cut last year. That was all.
That's fine.
Yeah, something else got bought instead.
It's okay.
Probably Annabelle, because I'm an asshole like that.
Yeah, you didn't say that you were talking about Get Out.
We still love you. Tolkien hit theaters. That's actually what I'd really like to see. And for those who don't know what that is, the film depicts the early life of J.R.R. Tolkien, the author of The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, and other works. Nicholas Hoult, Beast from Fox's X-Men franchise, plays the legendary storyteller.
I have that here.
I would actually like to see that. You have that there? What?
Oh my god! I said, why don't they have that here? God damn it!
What, the movie?
Yeah.
In your living room?
Here in the U.S.
In my neck of the woods.
Oh, they don't?
No, they don't have it here either.
They have it here. Here is where we get nothing. Where you guys get all the things that we never get. And you're saying I got one of the things you guys didn't get?
Yep.
Yep, pretty much.
There's a limited release here, dude.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe I should go see it then, just to rub it in.
Compared in the world of movies, I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah, so do I.
Same.
Everybody was like, you can go see Batman 89 and Batman Returns in theaters when it comes back to theaters in May in theaters? I'm like, no. Because the closest one to me is in fucking North Vancouver, which is like 70 miles away. So, no, I'm not going to go and see it. Sorry. To be a ferry ride and a very expensive taxi ride. So, and then the same back home. It'd be like the most expensive movie night ever. I'll just fly on over there and see it. We had some notable passings of legends this week.
I was regretting this part.
Peter Mayhew, which is kind of a surprise. Chewbacca, he was only, I think, 67, but he'd had some health problems for quite some time, and I think he actually died from complications during surgery, if I'm not mistaken.
I think the best way to honor his memory is just to read what Harrison Ford said about it.
Yeah. Do you have that on hand?
I
can get it.
If you can get
Rob,
it.
I can't find. It's not 8-Bit Zombie. That's a similar design, but this was somebody else's shirt, and I can't remember. I'm very, very sorry, dude.
Okay.
To both the artist who might be watching, because he's a regular, and
put it in the cram.
Sorry.
All right, put it in the cram.
There's a link to it.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so
good old Rolling Stone.
Here it is. Yeah, so this was Harrison. God, of course, it's all red because it. Holy shit! Just go. Oh my God! Spoiler guard. Just calm your tits. Okay.
Just turn it off right real quick.
Yeah, maybe I will.
So you want to read the second and fourth?
I'm trying to get into the goddamn thing here. How do I turn this?
When you
off?
get in, read the second and fourth things. Second and fourth
turn
paragraphs.
Turn it all off. There we go. Out of my face. All right. Sorry. What?
Just read the second and fourth paragraphs.
Yeah, I see it. I see it here. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. So this was Harrison Ford's words about Peter Mayhew. He says, Peter Mayhew was a kind and gentle man possessed of great dignity and noble character. These aspects of his own personality, plus his wit and grace, he brought to Chewbacca. We were partners in film and friends in life for over 30 years, and I loved him. He invested his soul in the character and brought great pleasure to the Star Wars audience. Chewbacca was an important part of the success of the films we made together. He knew how important the fans of the franchise were to its continued success, and he was devoted to them. I and millions of others will never forget Peter and what he gave us all. My thoughts are with his dear wife Angie and his children. Rest easy, my dear friend. And I was actually on Peter Mayhew's Twitter yesterday, I think it was, and his family is sort of posting, thank yous and memorials to.
You shut your hole, Stevie Toast Man.
Yeah.
That's just rude.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Here we go. We're just gonna purge that off the record. There we go.
I'm pretty sure it was just joking, but
Yeah, I know, but there's good taste and bad taste.
Not the time.
Yeah. Not in the middle of fucking memoriam.
Not in the eulogy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, I was on his Twitter yesterday, I think it was, and the last tweet that he posted was on April 22nd, and it was just wishing everybody a happy Earth Day. So there you go.
well, goddamn,
Yeah.
I'm banned, JL. What are you talking about?
last breath.
What?
He didn't
Who,
get banned. Man, it was just purged.
Nobody's
like that one.
banned.
Just delete the one message.
Yeah.
all I did.
Nobody's banned. It's called a purge. It basically does a 1-second timeout just to clear the messages. That's it.
And we're not talking about like a
Just
purge
ask-
move.
Just ask Michael about it. He's had firsthand experience with being purged many, many times over the years. Okay, so carrying on with the news here. Everyone's gonna stop doing armpit farts during the eulogy. We also lost John Singleton, who was director of Boys in the Hood, Shaft, Too Fast, Too
The
Furious,
youngest Academy
numerous
Award
others.
winner in history
Yeah, so
for directing.
They're one of the most prolific and important directors when it came to black films.
yeah, I remember when Boys in the Hood came out. It
Face of black films,
was
honestly.
huge. Yeah. And
And of random note related to that, after his passing, the Blu-ray for Poetic Justice shot to like #1 bestseller on Amazon.
Hmm.
So people only ever think of Boys and but Poetic Justice was also a really important, influential film that he did,
yeah.
starring Tupac actually.
I've actually never seen it.
Oh, really? Okay. And then finally, we lost Terry Rawlings, who was the editor for the original Alien, Blade Runner, Chariots of Fire, and lots of other big notable movies that you've all heard of. But sort
That
of
was the phrase.
editors being the unsung heroes of the film world. It's largely thanks to them and the director that we have a cohesive vision that is made as good as it can be. And as one who does a shit ton of editing myself, I can attest that it is a craft that not everyone is cut out for.
Largely
You, for
thankless job.
instance.
And
Largely thankless job. That's
and
really
it's
what-
largely thankless, but it is incredibly. There really is an art to it that you just kind of have to develop a sense for the timing and whatnot. And
Sean hasn't quite developed that sense yet.
I have when I put effort into it.
I will say the intro that he did for the new Batman series, holy shit, that was good.
Oh, for the Telltale games?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys on YouTube will get to see that starting on Monday, actually. Monday, May 6th will be the first episode of that playthrough. So the intro at the beginning there, that was something I spent a lot of time putting together. Just
several hours.
to give it,
4 or 5
you know,
hours, yeah.
just to, give it a sense of occasion. Just a nice intro to kind of lead into each episode. And,
He paid for a fucking font for that.
I actually paid money for a font. Yes, a whole entire dollar out of my own pocket. So, there wasn't a free one that was what I wanted. So, you know,
$2.
I paid $1 for the official font they used in the game.
$2.
It's officially licensed. All right. Anyway,
$1 actually.
Huh?
$1.
What? $1.
Colton says $1.
$1.
I paid $1 for a font.
And thank you, by the way, Stout. I appreciate the compliment. I hope other people also enjoy that intro. Because I was quite proud of it. So
I look forward to finally seeing it.
Yeah. Have you? Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't here. You edited it while I was asleep.
Oh, okay. Well,
I heard about the search for the font
the search
later
for the font.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a process.
I showed up and someone, I think Carlton probably told me that you paid for a font. I was like, you what? A whole discussion about it, if you'll remember.
What is this madness?
Huh.
Okay, so.
It's good job, Michael and Sandy Justice, man. Good job.
So there's a couple of trailers dropped this week. One of which was the first trailer for Crawl, which I've never heard of that one, but the trailer for it dropped this week.
Dude.
Okay.
It's good.
Cool. There's also a mysterious game trailer that's been circulating around that has a very nondescript file name. The first few, 8 numbers in the file name seems to suggest a date. And it looks like a trailer for some kind of zombie game. And the speculation, and it's very well done. It's a very well done, like, cinematic trailer. There's no gameplay or anything. It's just a cinematic trailer. But it's very well done, very moody and atmospheric and effective. And the speculation is that it might be Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah, right.
It's
either
Left 4 Dead 3
Back for Blood trailer, which is the
The
Back
what?
for Blood.
Back for Blood.
What the hell is that?
That's the spiritual sequel. That's
The
a spiritual.
spiritual
Okay,
game.
whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
a
Well,
sequel
no,
or
there's
spiritual
different
sequel.
games, yeah.
Okay.
But one is made in-house by Valve, and the other one is made by the teams that have left Valve
Okay.
to make their own game.
So anyway, the date on the head of the file name, which is the name of the video, appears to be the same date that E3 begins. So, so presumably there'll be some kind of reveal of what this is. In the meantime,
Just putting two together with the art style, the date, and the fact that it's starting at E3.
well, and also the zombie hand, like the zombie hand,
The zombie hand coming out with it showing a 3.
it's like right out of Left 4 Dead. So,
I do believe it's Left 4 Dead.
Actually.
yeah. What? Sorry, what was
I
that?
can say pretty strongly.
So what was that, Garbage Gamer?
I was gonna say I can say pretty strongly that it's Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah, I think it is. Now, of course, everybody in the comments, like the comments are just pure cancer. It's like, nope, fake, really clever fan-made video. It's like, that is not a fucking fan-made video, dude. Okay, no, not a chance.
I'm watching this trailer right now.
That is something.
Muted, but I don't really. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Hmm.
You found it?
I'm watching it right now.
I'll post the link in the description for those of you on YouTube. And you can check it out for yourself. I think Raptor posted it in our video game Discord.
Hey, the zombie
there
hand
it
is showing 4
no,
fingers.
it's Roth Sothy posted it there.
That is a tick for Back for Blood over Left 4 Dead 3.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is clearly meant to be Left 4 Dead 3. I mean, it's just there's too many nods there. But or Back for Blood. Yeah, that's what Roth
knowing-
says too.
Yeah, knowing viral marketing, with following stuff like No Man's Sky and Five Nights at Freddy's, I personally believe the hand is a ploy to get us to pay attention to something else. Well, they're hinting, they're going like this, look over here,
Yeah.
when
Well,
something very obvious is happening elsewhere
a little
and you're not noticing.
misdirection. The old magician's trick. Yeah.
Pretty much. So that's why I'm sitting pretty strongly on Left 4 Dead 3.
That door design for the safe room looks similar to Left 4 Dead. It's not the same.
Well,
I
of
mean,
course
of
it's
course, I
not
don't
the
expect it
same.
to
It's
look
a
identical.
sequel. It's not
No,
going
no,
to
I'm
be identical.
saying, no. So I'm thinking. People. There's actual discussion whether it's Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's at least actual discussion instead of the ones who say, no, it's fake. It's fake. It's just fake.
Oh,
Some
yeah,
fan
no,
made
no.
this.
No, it's definitely not fake. It is a real
No,
trailer.
Shut
Definitely a
up.
trailer. But I think it's Back 4 Blood. I really do because yeah,
I mean, either way, you know,
But
I can't
whatever.
wait. Looks good.
Yeah.
either way, it's a new Back 4 Blood or Left 4 Dead game.
Or
Right.
Left 4 Dead style game.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a game, a zombie game from the creators of Left 4 Dead.
It's either a real sequel or a spiritual sequel. Either way, I'm excited.
Either way, yeah. Well, I mean, I thought that trailer looked really good. And,
Okay.
like, I like cinematic trailers like that don't kind of, they just take their time, slow burn, build some tension, and it's just, you know, draws you in.
I just really hope they don't go the Dead Island route and just flat out lie.
Oh, God, the fucking Dead Island teaser. I remember that.
Yeah, the
It was,
little
don't get me
girl
wrong,
falls out the
I
fucking-
thought it was brilliantly made, very effective, and, you know, and very emotionally powerful.
Yes,
But-
and 100% lied about what the game actually
it-
fucking was.
It destroyed me. It just destroyed me to the point where I had no interest in the game. I was like, no, I can't.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Did a lot of people.
I
yeah,
think you would enjoy the hell out of the game, though.
Yeah,
Dead
oh, yeah.
Island, yeah.
The
I
Dead
think
Island.
You really would enjoy it. You'd find it fucking intense, and you would love it. I think, honestly.
The Dead Island trailer
But
is
it's not like
known in the gaming world as one of the worst trailers to ever come out for a video game.
Why?
Because mostly on the merit of it lacks any advertisement for the game that it's advertising.
Well, it's a cinematic trailer.
It for a game.
Yeah. Well, what's
That
the
was
one
the
we were
problem.
just talking about? It's a cinematic trailer.
No, okay. There's a difference
the
between a
problem?
cinematic trailer that points out things that are going to happen in the game, things that are part of the game. Not a damn thing about that trailer had anything to do with
But
Dead Island at all.
but it was a
Like,
cinematic trailer.
The setting was wrong. The setting was the characters were wrong. Everything was wrong. And like that, it was a beautiful trailer, like you were saying,
Yeah.
but it had nothing to do with Dead Island.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
so
the only
Yeah.
thing I took away from that teaser, as far as what I expected there to be for gameplay, was that it would take place at a resort. That's it. Did it take place at a resort?
No, it didn't actually.
Okay, then there you go. But as just
So-
a trailer taken on its own, I mean, I wouldn't say it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst trailer.
I wasn't, you know.
I think just as a little piece of short cinema, it's fucking amazing. And
Yeah.
I couldn't rewatch it. Like, it affected me that much.
It's one of those trailers like Detroit Become Humans trailer, man. That was.
What
What was that?
Oh, the I know the one you're talking about, the one from like a few
Yeah,
years
Kara.
ago, right? Yeah.
Kara.
Oh my god, that one
Took
just
me a moment.
beautiful.
It was
trailer.
amazing.
Yeah.
It
It was one of
actually
the
wasn't
best movies
until
Yeah.
this weird isometric top-down game, Dead Island Riptide, to where it actually was set in the same setting as that original cinematic trailer, and
Oh.
that too was just an awfully shitty game. Oh
Really?
My God.
Oh, okay.
Do not play Riptide.
Wait a minute, you said it's a top-down. What?
It's an isometric top-down shooter.
The fuck?
Wrap your head around that one.
Did
Riptide's
these
awful.
people even zombie game? Like, seriously,
I know.
was the trailer just made by some completely other group of people that, you know, like,
Probably.
No,
Actually,
that's the whole
Likely what
worry.
happened was that trailer was a pitch trailer to sell an IP to the studio.
yeah,
The studio bought that and they decided to use that trailer, which is a great trailer,
yeah,
to sell the game,
To
which
sell the game.
wasn't what the game they made. which
yeah.
is
No.
Why
It was- the
it's a
trailer
bad
was
trailer,
made
not
purely
that-
to pitch an idea. It wasn't
Not that
actually
the
there.
trailer is bad, but that the trailer is it's bad as a trailer.
It's
That's-
bad in that it doesn't represent the product in any
Exactly.
way.
Right.
Even like in terms of the basics, like I mean, it's fine if a cinematic trailer features
Setting.
other characters than the ones you play in the game. I mean, it could just be setting up the story, as it were, but saying like, look, this is just an example of, you know, some of the victims of the zombie outbreak, or what have you. But, you know, at least be true about the setting. It's like you call it Dead Island. I'm expecting it to be an island resort, you know, and
All
Yeah,
that
it's
said,
in the
The only
title,
thing they
for
got
God's
right
sake.
that the only thing they got right is the fact that it was on an island.
It was on an
all
island.
All that said, I still think you would enjoy the game as a game. I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, maybe I will. Maybe
It's
I'll
Like I
pretty
said,
good.
in Riptide, it was like a bastardized version of Postal.
Yeah, that
It's
doesn't
like-
make any sense. Like I always
You
see, I
know?
didn't really follow anything about the game after the trailer because the trailer just destroyed me. But so I knew there was a sequel of sorts called Riptide. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know it was such a huge departure from even the original game. Like,
Yeah, it was.
that's crazy.
I mean, like to the point to where they were giving the game away. Like I think there was a free version for a long time.
There's
Yep,
apparently a
it's on
mobile one
on
too.
Steam. You can't get it on Steam anymore, but that free version was the one they were giving away
Yep.
Oh,
on
really?
Steam. Yep.
Mm,
Well, poop.
Big departure.
Oh,
Big
well.
taste.
it was just terrible. The
Well,
Dead Island.
I will.
know.
I will be able to live contentedly, never playing that.
I think you'd probably enjoy it, honestly.
Probably, but I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to find it if it's not easily obtainable and free.
Yeah. It's like pretty cheap to find on PS3, to be fair.
There's another one that like there's a game.
Okay.
Dying
Hold on a
Dying
second.
Light.
Hold on a second. I refuse to support Techland because of their handling of Call Juarez, the cartel. Damn, that game is so racist. But okay, I mean, so it depends on what the context is, though. Like, I mean, a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies are racist, but that's because of the time period they're set in and the characters that they're portraying.
Characters are racist.
Yeah.
The movies aren't racist.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. But I mean, it's true to the setting or the characters. And I mean, if is that the same thing with Call of Juarez? I don't know. I haven't played it, but there's an achievement for killing black people. Okay, well, that's a little crazy.
No.
Oh, well, I accidentally added the term killing black people.
Wow. Good
I
one,
just wanna allow
Skinslip.
one message. No, it's, if I allow it, that's what it did.
Copy.
I clicked to allow the message.
That's not what I meant.
No, I just want the one message to go through. What the fuck?
Pasting in the cram.
Oh my god. That is
It's
awful.
I
Use
just
/
hit allow
add permitted term
That's
killing.
all I did. That's all I did. And allow it.
That is awful. Holy crap.
That's all. The allow button.
Oh boy.
I mean, allow him
I
with
blame the.
one message.
Just wanted to allow the message, not add that
Right?
terminology. We'll have to remove that from the list, I think, because that's.
Acceptable.
So,
Holy Lord. So,
that's,
at the end of the day, I will say, skip Dead Island, go play the game Dying Light, because that was the much better game that spawned from Dead Island.
Dying Light. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember when Resident Evil 5 came out. There's a lot of people saying this game's racist. You're just killing black zombies. Well, you're in Africa, so it's just the setting of the game. So
Yeah.
that was.
Oh, yeah, I
stupid.
remember all that stupid controversy.
It's
God,
racism.
and that went on for way too long.
Oh, it really
Oh,
did.
God.
I like how
It did.
what baffles me is I didn't actually click add permitted term, any of that. I just clicked allow on the message.
Oh, I know. I've had the same
And it
thing
makes
happen.
me sound like I'm racist.
Yeah.
Okay, Large,
The
I
bot made me
love
sound
that.
like I'm racist.
That is my favorite term so far.
And now it
To
was-
err is human. To really fuck things up requires a computer.
That's right. And now it will specifically say Skinslip specifically okayed this term.
That's why in our personal
episode where
chat,
Skinslip became a racist.
that is why I am pinning this message in our personal.
You should be able to. You should be able to go into.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, pin it.
Yeah. You should be able to go into the chat settings there and remove that.
That is just beautiful.
That's hilarious. Thanks. That's flawless.
Quoten, that is an apt comparison. Apt.
Flawless mod tools, Twitch. Flawless mod
APT.
Flawless mod tools. That's who it was. I couldn't remember the term. Okay, so big news. Big news this week. I know Stoudman. Stoudman's been climbing out of his skin waiting to talk about this.
I'm just prepared to defend myself right now.
Oh
That's all.
God.
Okay.
This part.
Here we go.
What about the Ron Howard part? We were gonna get to that part.
We did. Ron Howard's going
Damn
to
it,
be
I'm
doing
trying
a
to distract
Willow
us. God
series.
damn it.
We can talk about
Anyway.
that again. So Ron Howard, the award-winning director of
Oh
Solo.
no! Moving.
I know. I'm just trying to distract him. I don't want to.
I'm the only person that sit there screaming "Opie" for God's sakes. No.
Okay. So, at long last, we got the first official trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie this week. So,
And it was terrible.
Stoudman hated it. What did everybody else think?
I was not as offended as I thought I would be.
Mm-hmm.
My
And
only
then,
problem
like,
was
the only thing that the only issues I had was, Sonic looks a little crusty, which is, but we kind of expected that from the pictures.
Yes.
So, I like, the way they did Dr. Robotnik.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a perfect casting for Dr. Robotnik. You know,
Carrey.
he's maniacal. He's Jim Carrey, but he's also like slightly retarded.
Yeah.
Like super
hold on.
genius, but like special.
We're hearing an expression of just how evil Dr. Robotnik is. Yes, he really is evil.
We're talking about how evil the trailer was. How evil this movie is.
No, Robotnik. Robotnik is
No,
evil.
not Robotnik.
Yeah, Robotnik. Evil Robotnik. Robotnik
Mom and Dad
evil.
are fighting.
Okay. So, yeah.
The only really big issue, this is going to sound weird when I feel like I'm the only person in the room who had an issue with this,
Okay.
was the inclusion of Gangster's Paradise because 90s!
Yes. Well,
I agree with that.
Okay. Now,
I hate the fact that he had fur instead of gloves. That's like my only complaint. I was
Yeah.
like, that's
Okay.
an easy fix, though.
so
Oh, that too, but
I gotta go with the crowd that does not include Stoud and say that
That rhymed.
I also was not as offended as I expected to be. I actually thought it looked like fun and just kind of silly, goofy, zany, obviously not taking itself too seriously.
Stop kidding.
And I also like the casting of Jim Carrey as Robotnik. I wasn't sure at first just because we saw that picture a few days earlier of him, like, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know, like, he's got the kind of weird handlebar mustache and stuff, like, where's the big overdrawn Robotnik mustache? And of course he's Jim Carrey, who's really like slim and trim and keeps in shape, and Robotnik is, well, very oddly shaped and round.
Like his
and
alter name is Eggman.
his alternate name is Eggman because he literally looks like an egg
Like
with
a giant
legs.
egg.
But then after seeing the trailer, I was like, okay, they're going, Jim Carrey's back doing kind of zany, off-the-wall kind of humor and manic-style stuff, which I think works for Robotnik.
Yeah, and I'm totally on board with that, and it actually makes me kind of excited to see it, purely to see Jim Carrey in this movie.
Jim Carrey doing comedy again, which we actually haven't really seen much of for a while. And,
Jim Carrey's going to be excellent in whatever he does because he's hilarious.
he is. Yeah.
But I'm going to be really honest. This movie looks like it's going to sit right next to Samurai Cop, nice comfortly.
Well, I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
enjoy it.
I don't think it's going to be
I'm going to
quite
enjoy
on
it, not
that
for the reason.
level, but the other thing is, I mean, really, from what I saw in the trailer, the only thing I had an issue with, as much as Skinslip said, was issues with the design. Like you said, Skinslip, fur instead of white gloves. And just the face. I got to go with the crowd on this. I really don't dig the face design.
I know.
But, you know what's cool is... Oh, and as for Gangster's Paradise, everybody's getting up in arms with it. Why'd they use Gangster's Paradise? That's so overdone. Okay, when's the last time you heard it? Like, realistically, actually. Like, used in something.
Overdone, but okay.
And someone's like, why'd they use Gangster Paradise? Like, you want to understand, okay, here's the real pedantic answer for you.
Yeah.
They use Gangster's Paradise because it pulls well with millennials.
Yeah.
It pulls well with people in the mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
And it pulls well with people who are into internet memes. Because guess what? That's using internet memes.
Yeah.
And so guess what? It pulls well. That's why they chose it. That's it.
I was just confused because
And-
minus the fact that they were both from the 90s, I failed to see the connection.
Well, and 90s.
And how many times have we seen them fucking song in the trailer. It's not in the fucking movie. Call me
well,
sick.
exactly.
Well,
it's
it's
not
gonna be
yeah.
like a movie.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy, Hooked on a Feeling. There you go. It was used very prominently in the trailer, and I'm pretty sure it's not on the soundtrack. So, well, maybe it is. But I don't think it was used in the movie.
It is. You're an
I
idiot.
think it is actually.
Is it? Never mind.
It was used
Bad
in the movie.
example.
What are you talking about?
Bad example. Moving on.
There are
Was Guardians
movies-
of the Galaxy even a movie? Did that even come out? I don't remember. Okay, anyway.
Oh my
So anyway, I
God.
didn't have,
Bolster your argument, please.
I did
it's
not-
pretty weak.
I did not have a problem with Gangsta's Paradise because to me it's a movie that or a song that they use in a parody type of context to show badass but tongue-in-cheek. And when used for something like Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, it's kind of the same way that Bad to the Bone is often used in that context, is like as to mean badass, but a little bit
Oh my
tongue-in-cheek.
Gangsta's Paradise is the new version of Bad to the Bone.
Bad
I
to the
just
Bone.
realized it.
Well,
I just
see,
realized.
that because it's used
It's
for the
literally
same in the
Oh,
same
God, I
think
context,
you're right.
right? So
And there's probably another song that has replaced it in current nomenclature, sonically speaking.
Probably.
You're right now live on SNI. You're seeing genuine sudden realization.
ding.
It's true. It's basically Bad to the Bone. It's essentially Bad to the Bone.
Yeah, pretty
in
much.
New,
because-
new
yeah,
context.
and that's
God damn
exactly the way I look at it. So why Gangsta's Paradise? That's why, and all the
Yeah.
reasons that Skinslip said too. So there's a lot of reasons, but yeah, I'm in. I will
But also
buy the
because
Blu-ray
my-
when it comes out, and I look forward to it.
Good for you.
Oh, also
Now, speaking...
now
okay.
we talk about. Just keep interrupting.
I'm just waiting. I'm being
Okay.
patient.
All right, you're very, very gentlemanly. So, and then just to cap it all off, you know, everybody said, like, oh, you don't like the design, don't like the design. I could not believe this when I heard it. We actually got a response from the director, Jeff Fowler, on behalf of Paramount and Sega, said, "Thank you for the support and the criticism. The message is loud and clear. You aren't happy with the design, and you want changes. It's going to happen. Everyone at Paramount and Sega are fully committed to making this character the best he can be." So, wow.
This is unheard of.
Wow.
My only
For Paramount in particular.
Yeah.
thing is I feel bad for all the people who have to work on this film because
This
they got
CG
paid
people, yeah.
to work and they have to go back
Like,
and
oh,
fucking
fuck.
Well,
they have
you
to do
don't
more
know
work.
that, though. I mean, for all you
That's
know,
what
they
I'm
could
saying.
be...
You
days,
get a contract
Sean.
to do it.
20-hour days.
Yeah.
trust me, they're going back to be working and they're gonna work 20-hour fucking days because they gotta meet the deadlines for the movie still.
And I'm
So.
sure they'll be paid extra for that. They're not going to just leave them out in the cold. Like, come on.
But
That's
who the fuck
ridiculous.
wants to work 20 hours?
Yeah.
Possibly, but also
You're just assuming the worst. Like, based on...
based on everything that Hollywood's ever done in its
Yeah.
history.
Yeah, but how often does something like this happen? And you think if they just... They don't pay the fucking employees doing the actual
No.
work, that they're not going
But
to...
here's how it works.
That's not what we're
Your
saying.
job is to provide us with a 3D modeled character completed. We are not happy. You have to do revisions. That's part of your contract.
Yeah,
So now you get to go back and do the revisions. You've already been paid
yeah.
your lump sum up front.
Yeah, but
Good
here's the
job.
thing. That's not what this is, though. They have
How do
provided...
you know that?
They
How
have,
do you fucking know?
How do you know it isn't?
I'm
Like-
just saying. I feel bad for people if that is the case. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, but if they're getting paid more money, I don't think they're going to feel too bad about it. It's like, okay,
No,
I
no,
like
probably
being
not.
employed and making money, so sure, we'll do this new design for you. Because, I mean, my impression is they've got a finished product. The film is just about in the can. It's done. That is not revisions. That is redoing all of the fucking animation. So that is a new contract. That is not revisions. I do not think that is...
Oh man,
gonna-
you are totally underestimating the penny pinching of Hollywood, my friend.
Okay, well, whatever.
You
I mean,
are
if that's the
entirely
case...
mis-
Hopefully
no,
they don't
I'm not
get screwed up.
misinformed. I'm
Hopefully.
just not automatically assuming the
I didn't
worst
say
of the
misinformed.
situation.
I didn't say you're misinformed.
Okay. But, I mean, if that is
Well,
the
he
case,
does.
if it does play out the way that you're saying it will, then we will hear about that. That will be a
Yeah.
big
I hope-
stink and a big fucking
I
scandal.
hope so, yeah.
Okay? I mean,
But then the problem is that
So-
company if that does get out, that means that company won't get work from Paramount anymore.
yeah. So,
that's the
anyway,
problem.
let's focus
Wait, like-
on the actual like truthful, known, factual, positive part of this, i.e., the studio listened.
They will be working overtime regardless. But yes.
Well, yeah, obviously. But the point is, the studio listened. And not only
just
that,
any studio.
Yeah.
Not just any studio.
Paramount. Yes, Paramount, who we've been talking about.
Catalog.
Who we've been talking about for how many months now about how they're just not... They just don't even know what to do with their catalog.
Anything.
And they don't care about it. They don't listen to anybody. Like, how long have they not been listening regarding the Star Trek movies on Blu-ray? Or Star Trek in general. And here it is. They listened.
Okay, so
some were saying it was Sega. Sega must have put pressure on them, saying...
I won't guarantee Sega did, but here's the thing. Paramount has been in problematic situations the last couple of years. Precarious situation, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
They have had lots of flops. They've had lots of unsuccessful problems with their movies. A lot of movies that got aborted. A lot of talent walk-offs. A lot of issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need this movie to succeed. They need this movie to succeed, and I don't think it can versus Detective Pikachu. I still think, even though they're going to revise this, that it's still not going to do as well as they expect, and I still think that Paramount's going to be in problem.
I was wondering when Paramount would get to this point. Because I knew, like, okay, so Paramount is currently owned by Viacom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Viacom looks at Paramount as, like, their toy, basically. Like, hey, we're going to use this to promote all our own content. Who cares if a bunch of it flops? Who cares if a bunch of the other shit they're doing flops? Mm-hmm. We'll eat those costs as long as we can promote SpongeBob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there comes a point where even Viacom has to look at this and say, holy shit, this is losing a lot of money to the point that it's no longer worth it just for the advertisement. So we actually have to produce good shit now, or else we're going to be in trouble money-wise.
I mean, it's so much...
I wonder when they would get to this point, and I'm hoping this is the turning point where they're like, okay, we will listen to the fans, we'll give them what they want.
I hope so. At some point, what I'm imagining can happen is that this doesn't work because it still doesn't, even though it's a good movie or whatever, maybe it just gets buried by Detective Pikachu. It might happen.
I don't know.
I'm just saying it might happen. But
I mean, Detective Pikachu is coming out like in a couple of weeks. Yeah,
I know.
This is coming out in for Christmas, basically. So.
But if the audience sees Sonic as some sort of cheap knockoff of Detective Pikachu, they won't.
They're not going to see it that way. They're not stupid. One is, as you said, oh, shut up! You know what I mean. Oh my God! Enough.
That laughter was so genuine and perfect.
Yeah, no, that was totally fake laughter. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Can't believe
even the stupid drooling masses know the difference between Detective Pikachu and Sonic the Hedgehog, and will be quite aware that one is not a knockoff of the other. That was my point.
They're just some shiny kid thing that kids like. I don't.
No.
Here's the thing to keep in mind, Sean. Right? I guarantee you that at the same time that Sonic comes out, Detective Pikachu is going to be out on Blu-ray. So people are going to be wondering, should I just get Detective Pikachu on Blu-ray, or should I go take the kids to see Sonic? You know what I mean?
It's just a concern. It's not like it's not. I'm not saying it's doom and gloom. I'm saying this is something that can happen, and I can see Viacom coming to the point of selling the majority. I don't think they'd ever get rid of it, but I think they would sell a controlling stake to somebody else, so that they can still have a connection to a movie studio that can do promoting their SpongeBob, whatever the fuck movie they want to put out this year. You know, that kind of thing.
So can I defend my argument now that this is a terrible movie?
Oh, God damn it.
It's probably going to be a terrible movie.
Okay, give us all of your wrong assessments.
All right. So I have a few concessions to make to begin with, all right? Concessions.
All right, concessions.
First of all,
I like concessions.
Jim Carrey does look great in the role of Dr. Robotnik. I have no problem with him whatsoever. That looks awesome. I kind of am interested to see how that turns out in regards to his character.
Yes.
the movie itself, based on what we've seen in the trailer, which isn't much, the trailer alone can't tell you anything, everything. But the movie itself does look like it's at least a 5 or 6 out of 10, in my opinion, in my estimation, which isn't a bad movie. It's just not a good movie in my estimation. That said, I had a lot of problems with what looks to be the plot in the movie, which again I can't really confirm because it's just the trailer. But based on the trailer alone, the plot really reminded me of like Alvin and the Chipmunks, which, like as you pointed out the other day, isn't necessarily a bad movie, but I would not consider it a good movie. I would consider it a meh, standard family film fare kind of movie that I was kind of disappointed in personally, because I really like David Cross, and his role in that movie was fucking awful.
Okay.
As a fan of his, like, goddamn, I know you were just getting a paycheck, but what the fuck? Okay. That's what really bothered me was like, all right, I have to acknowledge, I never watched the cartoons. I never read any of the comics for Sonic. I'm going into this as somebody who played the games. Somebody who played the games. The rings were a pretty important part of it. Where are the rings in this fucking trailer? There's one ring in the fucking trailer. And it's, to be fair, to credit the film, it is used the way that, like, in the very first game, Sonic uses it to get to, like, the Chaos Emerald Zone, right?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily something that is it's taken out of the context of the video games, but at the same time, that's the one ring. Where are the other fucking rings?
Well,
one of the main premises of the video
You've only
game
seen 2 minutes of the
is
movie.
to get rings.
Well, hold
You've
on.
only seen
Where
2
are the
minutes of the movie.
rings?
Hold on. Allow me to interject here. You said you haven't seen any of the shows. Now, first off, to have Sonic running around collecting rings would be ridiculous in the context of a movie. So, yes, it would, and you know it would. Scavenger Hunt, the movie. Oh, look, there's more rings. Go get them. How they got around that in the shows was, I mean, obviously they had much the same issues. Like, okay, obviously rings are important. How do we factor those in? Well, in the shows, it was usually there would be one ring, and it would be like a freaking event when he would get one, because it would give him like supersonic powers or transport into another dimension or whatever. Like, the rings were important; they just weren't everywhere. It would be like he would get one when it was relevant or needed or something like that.
Ow.
So, and all the cartoons have that in common. I mean, they all have a slightly different take on how the rings work and what they are and what the significance of them are and what they do. But the same basic idea is the same, namely that they've got one. So, I mean, they're doing that in the movie, too. So, that's... They've done that before, and it works just fine.
I can understand that, but if you've never read the comics or seen the cartoons or any of that stuff, then... And you're just going into it as a fan of the games, then it's like, okay, but the whole point of the game is to collect rings, and rings make him more powerful, give him the ability. Now, I can concede at one point that, like, if there's at least one ring in the movie, and, like, if he loses that ring, he becomes powerless or something like that, or he becomes more vulnerable.
Wrong. The point of the Sonic games is to free the animals from the control of Dr. Robotnik. The rings are just a game mecanic that allows you a shield, so you have more than one hit before you die.
That's what I was just saying, though.
Jesus Christ, you're wrong.
If they do that in the movie, if they make the ring like that powerful, if they make it so that if he loses the ring or if he uses the ring or whatever, then he's vulnerable to Dr. Robotnik, then I would be cool with that. That it would at least make sense in the context of the games, in my opinion. But still, like, you collect all these rings in order to get extra lives in the game. Where are the rings in the movie? I don't know. I can't get over that. And then,
Really?
Apparently,
You know, we've explained how it's worked in all the other adaptations throughout the past almost 30 years.
A lot of people have issues with those adaptations. I haven't seen
a
them,
lot
so I
of
can't
people.
say.
Okay, nobody had issues with Sonic Sat AM, and that's where the whole idea of the one ring once in a while originated, and that's largely considered the best of all the cartoons to date, still. So, you know.
Okay, well, where were the chili dogs then?
It's hey, he might have chili dogs in it. Don't worry.
If they don't have chili dogs in that movie, I'm going to be disappointed.
I'll be disappointed if there's no chili dogs.
A 6 to a 7 out of 10 if there's at least one chili dog.
I posted in the Cram there's a updated animations to the new Sonic movie.
What? Oh.
Like legit updates?
Like
or
actual ones? Or there's been a lot of fan ones.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. What the fuck?
Okay, hold on. I need to.
I was hoping you would notice that earlier, so you could just have that up on screen the whole time Stout was ranting.
I have to. Fuck! I have to save it. Hold on.
Look at all the wonderful changes.
Why would you not want to save it?
Well, that's two. Yeah.
That's just glorious.
Go. Okay. Hold on a second. let me bring this in
the
here.
Episode where Stout was wrong about Sonic.
Absolutely.
You can't even count this one as Sonic.
Here's the new character animation. As you can see, that looks much better. So I think that's a pretty successful test. So we'll we'll be seeing that Sonic more in the movie now instead of the
Latin approved
design. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Looks great.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Fucking Sonic.
John Cena Sonic. Cena Sonic.
John Sonic.
So anything else? Were there any other stuff?
Just wanted to reiterate the point that there are a lot of cliches just in the trailer.
Yes.
And when there are a lot of cliches in just the trailer alone, it's usually not a good sign for where they're going with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it means there's going to be even more cliches than what you're seeing in just the trailer alone. And there's going to be a point in the movie where you get so fucking tired of the cliches that you just go...
Now, I know one of the points...
that one episode of the Ninja Turtles.
now, one of the points you brought up before, which I countered, and we'll do that again here for the people, was you had some issues with it being set on Earth, with Sonic being brought to Earth with people.
And
just
Sonic Adventure games didn't?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Just in the context of, like, you know, why are there no rings? You know what I mean?
Okay. But you were saying before that you had a problem with it being set on Earth. Like, why is Sonic on Earth? And
I wouldn't actually have a problem with Sonic on Earth. I don't think I ever said that.
No. You specifically had a complaint about him being set on Earth, motherfucker.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I have no recollection.
Of course you don't.
Okay, hold on.
My memory sucks.
Okay.
So.
Okay, well, he did, folks. Honest. We all saw it. He, lost his mind about Sonic being set on Earth.
I'm sure I said it somewhere while watching Sean. So,
we all brought up the example. He's like, "Well, why is Sonic set on Earth?" Blah 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 blah. I am Stoudman, and then so I said, "Well, actually, Stoud, several of the games have been set on Earth. Yeah, Sonic 06, but also Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, both of which are considered great games. And as far as the shows go." Sonic X, which was a hugely successful show. I mean, I don't care if it's got 6 or 7 out of 10 on IMDb. Who the fuck cares? Point is, it was a successful show. And it was set on Earth. And I didn't watch the Fox Kids version because I heard it was pretty heavily cut down and I didn't like the music as much. I watched some of the fan sub Japanese version. I gotta say, it is a fucking great show. It is a lot of fun and it works, you know?
Listen, I'm really glad that you brought up Sonic Adventure games and even Sonic 06 because all of those games had something in common. Rings! They all had rings in them that Sonic was collecting. Rings on Earth!
Oh
rings!
My God. Get over it, you old fuck.
Wow. There's just no getting through to this person, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know who he is anymore.
I have failed as the token historic gamer in the room to ream Stout onto why he's so horribly wrong.
So I would like to mention target audience. I was going to show her if she hadn't already seen it, but she watched it, I guess, on YouTube at her mom's place. Rosie saw the trailer, and I'm always very careful not to ask her leading questions when I want to know what she thinks of something. So I asked her, so what did you think? And she said, the first thing she said was, well, first off, perfect casting for Robotnik. She was like so stoked to see that Jim Carrey was going to be Robotnik. And without any prompting from me, she says, the only thing I had a problem with was like, what is up with the way Sonic looks? I was like, right? I said that was the only problem I had with it too. And then I told her that they're actually going to redesign it. She's like, oh, okay. So, I mean, honestly, that seems to be the one primary complaint that I see everywhere. And I think everybody can agree on is like,
yeah, because right now the current
the way Sonic looks.
form of Sonic in that movie kind of looks like a mix between the Sonic meme and
Danky
like
Kang.
yeah, and Sonic after he's done a lot of drugs and he's relapsing.
Yeah.
And that's just just like you picture him that model just laying on the ground with an alcohol bag, you know, on the side of the road next to a fire hydrant.
Yeah.
You know, that's just
seriously. Toastman says people have decided the adventure games are trash now. Really? Okay. Well, those people are stupid.
A lot of people have. I've seen people are like, "Oh, these games suck." I'm like, "The fuck?"
don't worry, they'll become legends again.
Yeah, I know. It comes around, goes around.
Like a few years ago,
it's kind of like the Sonic Unleashed Sonic. Yeah, that's kind of what it reminded me of, actually. But just with
like it was only a few years ago. People were starting to recognize Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask as better than Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
and that was only a few years ago.
Really?
I remember when a lot of people fucking hated that game and said, "Oh, it was terrible."
Yeah.
Borderline saying, I started doing videos pointing out how terrible Ocarina of Time was and how Majora's Mask was like a perfected version of it.
Which is funny.
You know, which is funny because like 5 or so years prior to that, it was the other way around.
I've always kind of thought
Ocarina
that
of Time was the perfect game, and Majora's Mask was a bastardized.
I don't know. See, I mean, I haven't played either of them, but my impression, from what I've seen, was that both of those were kind of liked equally, but because they're all part of one massive storyline, which fans liked. You know, the big sort of epic, timey-wimey storyline. But and thank you. You're welcome. And stuff. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, yeah, it's essentially what I expected it to be as far as.
I'm not shocked in any way.
I didn't think it was going to have like any big major plot and be the best video game movie ever, but it looks better than I was expecting. I.e., it looks like something I would actually enjoy watching and laugh at the funny parts and stuff like that. I laughed at the funny parts in the trailer. So
it doesn't look awful.
I didn't laugh at any of it. But I went.
Really?
To be fair,
Stout doesn't laugh at many things.
I
am a bastard.
I am a soulless ginger. To be fair, also, it just didn't impress me, and I was hoping for more. A lot of people were expecting way worse, and then they were surprised.
Yeah,
that it wasn't as bad.
I think most of us were.
I was kind of like expecting bad, but hoping for better.
Yeah,
and when
I was ready to take the screwdriver and do bad things to myself.
When it hit that middle ground there, I was like, well, at least it's middle ground, but also this just doesn't look that good. I'm not saying it's going to be terrible. Obviously, 5 or 6 out of 10, in my estimation, is not terrible.
That's decent, yeah.
Could do worse.
I want it to be 7 or 8 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Well,
I would never expect 8 out of 10 to be
then
quite
you know
fair.
what? At some point, maybe like a cartoon week or something, we should watch the Saturday morning series from the mid-90s.
Oh, yeah.
It's short. It's only 26 episodes. We could do that in like 3 sittings or something. Because that's the one that all the fans really like, and the one that most heavily influenced the comics, which have run for like 25 plus years.
True.
Yeah, and it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Plus, I haven't actually seen all of them. I've seen the first season like umpteen times. I don't think I've actually seen all of the second season.
I've never seen it, actually.
Oh, well, it's good. As Jaleel White, Urkel, as the voice of Sonic. And he's actually perfect as Sonic. Like, he's...
Yeah, we all knew that too.
Exactly the right kind of smartass that Sonic should be, you know? But, anyway.
No pickups?
Nope.
Oh no, I
Nope.
got some gaming news.
Because Garbage Gamer has some gaming news that he would
Oh,
like
yeah,
to share
gaming
with us.
news.
Yeah.
Yes, I actually found some gaming news this week.
He did, because Raptor didn't.
Yeah.
Raptor
Yes,
found
we
all
did.
our other news, so big shout out to Raptor Rivera. Thanks, dude.
Yes.
Appreciate all the good work you do.
Impressive what you can do after 3 pints of Guinness.
Yes.
So in the gaming news, it's something I've kind of followed the last couple days. There's a light gun that showed up on Kickstarter called the Sinden light gun. It is a LCD compatible light gun. It's been
okay. That's
yeah, it
interesting.
was successfully funded on Kickstarter in less than a day.
Yeah, I bet.
Because it is a all-in-one unit that literally plugs into your computer. He's working on adapters that'll plug into original hardware like a PS1 or a PS2 and a PS3. And
nice.
And pretty much the way it works is it works like a Wii remote in reverse. So instead of, well, sort of in reverse, where instead of using like a dedicated sensor bar you stick to your TV, it uses the TV itself. It auto generates a little white box around the entire screen that you can adjust the size if it annoys you too much. And it uses that and the light from the TV itself to get its exact point on the screen.
Okay.
So
It's ingenious, really.
it is. It's quite ingenious. There's a whole YouTube channel where he's shown off gameplay footage and this thing fully working, and it looks awesome.
So instead of the fucking light gun tracking where it's at, the TV's technically tracking where the light gun's facing because it's
yeah. So
triangulating
instead
where
of the
it's at
gun
facing
looking
the
for where it is,
port.
it's the TV is looking for where the light gun is.
Yeah, they basically reversed the light gun.
Yeah, because one of the things, like, for anyone who doesn't fully appreciate how significant this is, one of the things that the old light guns like the NES and Sega and all those used was the interlacing of the television, which, of course, modern TVs do not do. Modern TVs are progressive, so all those devices won't work on modern TVs because it relies on the flickeriness and how that...
Yeah, it relies on that scan that goes across the screen and illuminates an LED, illuminates a light for one frame.
Yeah.
And what is pretty much when you point the gun, it waits for that light to hit the gun, and for you to hit, that's when it hits the mark.
That's right.
Progressive scans is just always an image on screen, and it's just going like this.
There's nothing for it to detect.
There's nothing for it to detect or see, so
Yeah.
it can't. That's why they never work.
Yes, Major Mato, that's the point, is this new gun is an LCD light gun, so it will recognize the signal on LCD TVs.
Yep, that's the whole point of this thing, is to bring your old light gun games back onto modern TVs and be able to actually play them without some kind of janky ass Wii remote mod, that people have been using for a very long time.
Yeah,
and doesn't work all that well.
Yeah.
So yeah, very excited for that. Also, for stuff like this, usually the price point to get into something like this is usually really high. Like, I have a light gun set up for my arcade cabinet, and that was like $170 something.
Yeah.
It was not cheap. This thing, if you want to back it on Kickstarter, there's still like 9 days to go. To get the light gun itself is £80 or $100.
Yeah.
Which is
which is very cheap and very reasonable for something like this. For something this advanced, it's everything is good. This is looking pretty amazing. I'm hoping it goes somewhere.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
So yeah. So speaking of companies developing hardware, Microsoft actually has researchers that developed Torque, which is haptic feedback for VR.
Ah.
According to their
I like that they call it torque.
Torque, TORC,
Nice.
or they call it rich haptic feedback. They said it delivers a rich haptic feedback and allows high level of dexterity and precision when manipulating virtual objects. And as it sits right now, they said their best example is that it feels like they can accurately mimic a squishy ball.
Nice.
So you can wear this thing and go like this.
It better be.
Feel the resistance of like a stress ball.
You say squishy ball, Brandon immediately thinks
porn.
Boobs.
Yes.
Boobs.
Squishy ball. So boobs. Okay.
So you can look it up. You can just type in Google type torque, and you'll read the whole big spec sheet about it. It's all
torque boobs.
Torque boobs.
But that's a really big deal, and that's one of the things that VR has been lacking. I mean, we certainly have the resolution and the performance now of the hardware. It should be all about the feedback, getting that.
I like how you went.
Responsiveness.
I like how you went.
You got
the feedback.
The feedback, yes. but that's a pretty big deal that they have that.
Feel in VR.
So
that's our one feel and smell. Those are the two senses we're missing in VR.
What would be cool is, so you pick up a cube, you can feel the cube, and also if you could feel the weight of it.
Yeah,
that'd be the next
one of the things that they didn't really go into.
No,
man, it'd be hard to change the density of something,
It would, but I mean, it could be. I mean, you'd have to wear some kind of thing on your arm, like the harness or something too.
You can kind of mimic it by making like resistance on the lower half of your arm, but it's not the same as actually having a heavy
like a whole glove thing that like pulls on your hand, makes something feel like
something.
I think the trick will be to trick the hand into thinking it's holding something heavy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, making
so with haptic feedback, you could do that. It'd just be a matter of figuring out the right way to do it. That's beyond my expertise.
I think you need a neural thing to actually trick the brain into thinking something's heavier than it actually is.
There's a whole technical article that goes into
jack in.
And it's jack in and then jack off,
They
even go into talking about how it manipulates the brain. So it's just like they talk about it goes really deep.
Yeah.
But it's cool because they have it in a very small, portable form factor.
Yeah.
You're
tricking.
We're working on the smell thing already, by the way, just in case you're curious.
So the next thing here is everyone's been talking about the Epic Game Store and what it's going to do and that kind of stuff. Well, apparently Epic Game Store is pulling zero punches and is they acquired.
My camera's flipped that way.
They acquired the company Psyonix, which is the creators of Rocket League.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And a lot of people are worried because right now Rocket League is a big esports title on Steam. And both Steam and Psyonix have come out and said, and this is what's getting people worried, is the way it's being written. And it says Psyonix stated that they will continue to support the Steam version for now.
Okay. Enjoy it while it lasts, kids.
Well, I already have
that's got a lot of people worried, thinking that eventually, the new updates and features, like people were not worried about being able to play Rocket League on Steam.
Yeah.
They're just not being able to get any updates or future content.
Right.
I'm a little concerned about some of these trends. Like, I mean, seeing how everybody and their dog is wanting to have their own streaming service now instead of just having a few sort of big ones that they license content to. So we're expecting there to be a bubble burst there at some point. And now I'm
just waiting for it to happen.
We're also starting to see the same thing with these game clients because Steam came along and just made all this headway, and suddenly everybody wants their own Steam client. And we seem to be getting more and more
Twitch has
away and making their own Steam clients or Steam style clients. I'm wondering if there's going to be a bubble burst there too.
Okay.
Discord has one too.
Hold on. I have to say something. All right. All of those examples, Uplay, Origin, whatnot, all of them have failed to actually become popular, to actually become part of the nomenclature, to actually, become.
But they exist.
They exist.
Difference.
But the thing is, like, they're not actually competing with Steam on a real level. You know what I mean?
They really are.
Like they're trying to compete with Steam, but they're failing.
Stout is right about that. Like
it's
Epic,
the first time we've had a real competitor.
yeah, the
Plus,
Epic Game Store is the only one
it's
that has
got
tried
one of the
to
most
gun.
subscribed free-to-play games on the planet on there. So it already has foot traffic, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this mall with 130 million people going every fucking day, they want to put some stores in this mall, basically.
Yeah.
Now here's
What it is.
Here's what I will say, all right? Everybody looks at me and says, "Oh, you're a fucking leftist liberal snowflake," right?
Yeah, sure.
Here's the thing. I'm
What
a
a
fucking
cock.
capitalist. I'm a capitalist at heart, all right, motherfucker? So when I see somebody competing with Steam, I'm just like, awesome. They finally have some actual competition, and they're putting up a real fucking fight, which is exactly what would happen in a capitalist fucking society.
Yeah, this is the
Capitalism,
first time.
you don't think you love it, you love it.
Well, no,
This
competition.
is the first time a Steam or a client has literally gunned straight for Steam.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like, if you got a couple that are competing for your business, that's good. That's good. That's healthy for consumers. Drives prices down, encourages competition, and we the consumers can only benefit from that. Monopolies are bad. Monopolies are only good for the company running the monopoly. That's it. So that's why I'm a little concerned about Disney buying up fucking everybody. They're heading very rapidly into monopoly territory, and I don't like the idea
We
of
have
one.
monopoly laws in this country that prevent them from being 100%.
I know, but
here's the problem. What we have right now is we actually have or not even monopolies, but there's coercion in the marketplace.
Yeah.
So like Target and Walmart, we compete on the big holidays, right? But we also kind of like agree on some prices. We agree not to compete too heavily on these kind of products because it's all our bread and butter. If we can all just jack it up, we can all have this all inflated stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's fucking coercion. That's not the word. There's conspiracy. Collaboration.
Yeah.
There you go. There's collaboration in the marketplace with a lot of these big things. So there's not really a monopoly, but there's not really any real competition. You can see it evidently in the cell phone market, especially.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where everyone's prices are pretty much the same.
Yeah, they really are. But I'm a little concerned about there being fewer studios bringing us our entertainment, and rather more of them being under a large corporate umbrella. Oh, umbrella corporation, huh? Is that a little bit of a hidden meaning there? But
see, that to me is anti-capitalist when everything's all under one fucking banner.
Yeah.
See,
well, it is. It literally is.
It's like, well, they're putting everything all under one banner. And what's another word for fucking monopoly?
Yeah.
When you consider what it actually does. Hey, that's actual socialism. That's when everything's under one fucking thing.
Yeah.
Look, and it's already on one fucking thing.
Yeah.
Look, guys, we made movies in like the 1900s. It took us 50 years to finally tell the companies to stop having every step of the fucking production process. It's going to take a few years for us to get around to making legislation that's going to make it so that you can't own the distribution network, even digitally speaking, for your product. So now they have to sell off. Now Disney has to sell off their streaming service. They don't own the streaming service now. Now they only make products. That's what's going to happen. That shit will happen eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are a bit other pressing matters in our fucking.
The problem is. The problem is the technology has evolved, and the way we consume content has evolved so rapidly that the current laws that are in place are outdated already.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
They are not. They're not current with the way we consume content, and
we make content now.
And I feel like. A lot of these companies are kind of taking advantage of that situation, almost like just kind of sticking stuff through little legal loopholes to take advantage of the system. And I mean, I'm a little concerned. Like I say, it may not be a full monopoly, but it's pretty fucking close. When you have Disney owning how many other major studios now under their brand. And then you got these other studios that have been around. You got like Paramount, Universal, Warner, who are still on their own, doing their own thing. Paramount is fucking hemorrhaging, and like, getting back to Sonic the Hedgehog, they must be really desperate for hits if they're putting this much effort into trying to make Sonic the Hedgehog a hit.
That's what I was trying to say. That's why I'm really afraid, because literally the only reason they're listening is because they're looking at the projections with the current fan backlash and like, this is a fucking disaster.
Yeah.
They're taking a washing fucking dog shit right now, and they need to change their goddamn trough that they're bathing in.
Yeah.
And so they're going back to the fucking and revising their shit, you know?
Yeah. But then you got you got Paramount struggling, desperate. You got Sony, actually, Columbia Pictures, owned by Sony now, but people just call it Sony. That I guess Columbia Pictures doesn't even exist as a brand anymore, does it? It's basically all been
Columbia TriStar, which is their movie production house.
It's all been sucked up into Sony. Yeah, but you don't see that. You just see Sony Pictures Entertainment. Like, you
still see the Columbia from time to time. The Columbia TriStar
stuff, though.
Yeah. It's just not often. It's like once a year.
So you got Columbia/Sony, which honestly they seem to be struggling too. They got really lucky with Into the Spider-Verse, which I think is going to help them out. But like how many other hits have they had?
They get free money from Marvel for every time they use Spider-Man. So that's a nice little.
So they got a little bit of stuff going. Universal,
but they fucked themselves. They hired Tom Rothman. This is their own fault.
Oh, I know. Fucking,
no one wants to work for that fucking fool.
Guy just needs to be removed from the entertainment industry forever.
He's probably cancer, man.
He really is. He really is.
He
needs to just fucking retire with all his money and just go away already.
Retire and chill, bro. It's all good.
We'll pay you to just go away.
Warner seems to have their shit together probably the most out of all the standalone studios right now, because they're at least doing stuff with their catalog titles and kind of keeping product out there, keeping visibility out there. They've got DC Comics.
They have a merchandising juggernaut also.
Yeah, then they've got merch. Yeah, so they seem to know what they're doing. I think they'll be okay for now. But then Universal has a few hits. I mean, they got the Jurassic World movies, which is, nice little retro revival.
They're doing good after those movies now, actually. But, they were having problems, to be fair.
But then I'm still annoyed that they completely botched the Dark Universe idea, which could have been awesome and should have been awesome.
For a second time.
Huh?
After rebooting it for a second time.
Yeah.
The Mummy was the second attempt.
The Mummy was the second attempt. Yeah, what was the first one? Was Dracula. It was Dracula Untold.
Dracula Untold.
Yeah.
I like both of them, actually.
Hold on. Wasn't the Wolfman the first attempt?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah, I guess it would have been.
So this is the third time then.
Third time.
Actually, you know what? Take it back. You know what the very first chance was?
Van Helsing. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They've been trying to do this for 15 fucking
guys,
years.
I actually got Van Helsing on Blu-ray. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't think you showed that on SNI.
And Vampire Circus. Yeah.
I don't think you ever showed either of those.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know where they are. I'll show them next week.
I'm concerned about Paramount.
Yeah, I'm most concerned about Paramount.
Universal's okay.
Because Paramount has a wonderful catalog, like back catalog stuff, like almost a century of history, of film history there.
Every time they use Hulk, also. Which is actually funny story. That's the reason why you can't turn into the Hulk right now, apparently.
Oh, really?
They didn't want to pay. So they kind of skirting around it.
Oh, okay.
I'm calling it right now. Paramount or Viacom is going to try to sell Paramount to the highest bidder.
Yeah, I think they will.
I think they'll like I said, I think they'll sell controlling share. I think they're going to keep their thumb in the pie so they can have an outlet for their.
I just hope that one doesn't also go to Disney. I would actually like to see them merge with one of the other studios, like maybe Universal, maybe Warner, maybe Sony.
Unfortunately, you might also see Comcast gobble it up.
Oh God!
Disney. It'd be worth it. Comcast has been circling around the fucking carcasses of many Hollywood studios. They've been trying to gobble up something like that for a while now.
Fucking cable company, go away! Seriously, just go away.
Spend your money somewhere else, please.
God damn it.
Anywhere else.
Anyway.
So yeah, awesome story about Epic Games and Psionics.
Yes.
I love
that's where they started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I think you have one more gaming news item there, Garbage Gamer.
Yeah, this one's interesting. It's kind of came out of nowhere. a newly announced service called AntStream.
Oh, great!
ANT
More streaming, just what we need.
Yeah, reached its 50,000-pound Kickstarter goal to help change the state of affairs of retro gaming. The planned service has spent years tracking down licenses of over 2,000 classic titles from the arcade, ZX Spectrum, Amiga, Commodore 64, and Sega Genesis.
Nice.
With more in the future. I
To
don't
be
think
fair,
we'll see
anyway, with
Nintendo
$2
for that.
rubbed together can license out Sega Genesis games. Right
Yeah.
The subscribers to an all-you-can-play plan starts at $50 a year.
All you can play.
That's not bad.
That's
Hey,
not
man.
bad at all for a
It's
streaming service.
It's like $4 a month, basically.
And some
Yeah.
people don't want to be bothered with buying hardware and all that shit. I get it.
Yeah. So that's a neat little service, and it looks like it's.
I don't think it's going to be very big or popular, but you know.
Oh no, this will just be one of those small, like not.
I think there's room for niche streaming services. I think that's going to be okay. Like DC Online's a pretty niche streaming service, right? Like, there's no other streaming service that's providing basically specifically superhero content. So, I mean, I think that's there is room in the market for I think niche places like that. But
yeah, and same thing for games. Like I said, with PlayStation Now, and with like I said, with this new one coming out, these more not everyone uses it, not everyone even knows it exists. You know, but it has its place, and it for the people that use it, it apparently works well. You know, actually, there was an article that was just posted, like I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, talking about how Sony has upped the quality of PlayStation Now to where people are noticing they have the same internet connection, but they're noticing a much better quality of service. Like the games are coming in clearer, there's less lag. So they're actually putting money into it to make sure it stays a viable way to play PS3 and PS4 games.
That's because PS5 can be probably that alone without disc.
I don't think, just them being Sony, I really don't think they're going to go discless.
Like, no, you'll still have your Blu-ray player. But games are
Better.
I really, like I said,
I don't think so.
I highly doubt it.
I mean, that could be a reason why.
Was not bored. It was just.
And maybe they'll have the cheap unit won't have the drive, and you'll have to buy a more expensive unit for the drive, right? That might be a thing they do.
Oh, like what Microsoft's trying to do with the F1.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why Microsoft's doing it. Actually,
they can go ahead and do that. Just don't do it the way Microsoft is doing it. That's just boneheaded.
I'm just thinking that's the reason why Microsoft's doing it. Same concept. You know, they're trying to look at to see how popular is it to not.
Why would you release the same exact console that has
it's the same price?
At the same price that has less in it, and someone actually opened it up. It is literally the same exact console, no modification at all. They just ripped the drive out. There's just a big gaping hole on where the drive used to be.
Charge me less, or provide me with a bunch of 20 games or something. Something. God damn it.
Yeah, you gotta wet the whistle for a lot of these people. You know, but. Yeah, especially if you're releasing it at the same price tag as a base model 1S. That's just
ridiculous.
Yeah, that thing should have been released for like $150. You know, 100 to 150, 150 with a game. You know, 100, just on its own if you already have, if you're giving this to somebody who already has like an Xbox Live account that can go download games.
All they had to do is release the console for $50 less. That probably would have been it.
Oh yeah, that would have been fine, and it would have gotten the press as a cheap alternative, and everyone would have moved on.
There are like 10 Xbox One games I want to play. I think I would buy the budget no drive version just so I could just download the 5 or 10 games I would play and play those.
Play those and move on.
And probably replace the hard drive, the bigger hard drive, and call it a day.
I'm not entirely sure what they were thinking. Like,
they weren't probably.
No, probably not. But because I don't know, it's like. What was the market they were trying to grab?
I don't know. That's what confuses me.
Like I don't understand.
Please explain.
Like if there was features on the 1S that were functionally different, something you could only get on the diskless version of the system, then it would make sense.
Right.
But the fact that they are functionally identical, which some people, I'm not sure if anyone's tested it yet, of actually just buying an Xbox One S drive off of eBay and plugging the fucking thing in and seeing if it recognizes it.
Probably
You know?
does. You probably have to like change one jumper on the board,
Yeah.
which you could probably do with a pair of tweezers, honestly.
So I mean,
There's probably hot glued on, so you break a little piece of hot glue and retweeze, you move the jumper and dab a little hot glue on there, call it a day, done.
how the fuck are you doing?
Make some kind of face. I'm doing the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Alright,
My eye burns.
Got it?
I think so. We'll find out. Let's paste that in there. Expand canvas. Perfect.
All right, so that's all the gaming news I could find in such short notice.
Yep.
Excellent.
Pretty sure there are other things that happened.
Good stuff, to be fair.
I was trying to think of like what games came out this week. I thought it was Mortal Kombat 11, but I'm like, no, that was.
Days Gone came out this week.
Days Gone. Didn't Mordhau also come out this
Space
week?
Gun?
Or did it get an update
Or
this
it's
week?
coming out. I don't know.
No, Days Gone came out.
All right.
Didn't
Pretty sure.
Space Gun come out a lot of years ago? I like
Yes.
Space Gun.
Days Gone.
Space Gun?
Midnight Insanity.
No.
Oh, yeah, Borderlands 3 is coming shortly, right?
Borderlands 3's out,
Oh, is it out? Okay.
Space
but I just
Gun.
wasn't sure if it was this week or last week.
I didn't know if it was early access or not. I just saw a few people.
Gone. I love Space Gun. My name is Sean.
Space
I-
Gun?
Borderlands 3
Space
still.
Gun!
And the pre-sequel.
Space Gun.
Pickups.
So pickups.
Space Gun?
Pickups.
Space Gun.
Wait, where's the Borderlands 3? Where do I...
Popozao.
3?
Pickups.
Space Gun?
My God.
Where do I buy Borderlands 3?
Okay, so you got.
Popozao.
I need to bring something up, all right? Before the stream started, and the reason why it started later,
Popozao.
because Sean randomly had like an
Aneurysm.
say ADD moment, but to be fair, it was very similar to that. He randomly, for no reason whatsoever, decided he had to look up a music video from K-Fed.
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 Kevin Federline.
The
ex-husband of
friend-
Britney Spears.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I don't care.
ex-husband
You're all-
of Britney Spears, who tried to start a music career and failed.
Dismally. Hilariously.
and He randomly got this song of K-Fed's stuck in his head and had to look at the fucking video.
I did.
Okay.
Well, actually, what it was is I couldn't remember how the song went. I just remembered the video that circulated the internet of him sitting at the mixer, like, rocking out to his own song. He's like, "Yeah, man, this is like a Brazilian ass shaker right here." And then he starts playing it, and it's like the lamest dance song you've ever heard in your life. And he's like doing little hand gestures and stuff, or as one person in the comments says, douche conducting gestures. And like, he's just so into it, and he's like so confident that it was just going to be a massive, massive hit. And the only thing that was a massive, massive hit was that video of him thinking it was going to be a massive, massive hit and listening to it and looking totally full of himself.
The only massive hit was the sound of his record smacking the ground and no one giving a shit.
Pretty much.
Dong.
Yeah.
Or whatever noise that would make. I don't know.
Is this a JPEG? I don't even know what this
I'm
is.
generally throw my vinyl on the ground, so I don't know what it sounds like.
It is a JPEG. Okay. All right. So
You're a JPEG.
So
drop
anyways-
that in there.
Pickups.
I don't got nothing.
I have one.
Yeah. I have 3.
I have 7.
I have one.
Cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
Popo
I have
Zao.
0.
Okay.
Douche conducting.
I actually, funny enough, I watched the video and I've already forgotten how the song goes. I just keep going, Popo Zao. That's how memorable a dance song it was.
That's, yeah.
It failed.
I don't know who it is, so there you go.
Give
It's
me a
okay.
headache.
I probably wouldn't even recognize. I don't think I've
Popo
ever heard.
Zao.
You are everything wrong and soulless in the universe.
All right.
And this comes from somebody who has no soul. So let's...
Thank you.
Move along. Move along the puppet show, huh?
It's focused on you. I'm waiting on you, Stoud. Go. What you got?
Okay,
What
cool.
you got?
So I got my Disney Movie Club order in, the first one I made in months.
Mm-hmm.
Because they finally released a Goofy movie on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And extremely good
damn time.
They released both movies? If I'm not mistaken.
What?
Yes, both at the same time. Extremely Goofy movie and a Goofy movie.
But who gives a fuck about the second one, obviously?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Then I also decided to pick up one nobody will care about but me.
Uh-huh.
I'll Be Home for Christmas.
You're right.
Yeah,
No one gives a fuck about that movie but you. Yes.
I actually think it's a pretty good Christmas movie.
What was that? The
You have no soul.
Kirk Cameron Christmas?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
It's better than Kurt Cramlin's Christmas, all right? We gotta give credit where credit's
Kirk
due.
Cameron?
Yeah. You heard me, bitch.
Is he in the cram chat? Kurt Cameron.
Thank God he's not.
I also picked up Volume 3 of DuckTales because I didn't have it yet, and it was...
There's a complete series of that coming out finally.
God,
Is
I
there?
totally,
Yep.
I need the last volume of that, which I
And
think
then-
is that
I
one.
totally love those DVD cases. Look like the old clamshell VHS cases.
And
Yes.
then
Yeah.
I picked up Season 4 of DuckTales.
That's the one I need. That's the one I need.
Yeah. It's a currently a club exclusive unless you buy the complete set.
Yeah.
It's coming out on Amazon, I think, in June or July.
And that was the 4 titles that I got off of Disney Movie Club. But in addition to that, because I pre-ordered Captain Marvel, they gave me this.
Cool.
It's for XCOM.
Cool.
Which oddly, I can't remember if this was actually in Captain Marvel, but I do know it was part of like the Ant-Man series. It's like the company that
Yeah, it says
Ant-Man's markers come up with. Yeah. And then on Amazon, they brought the price of this one down from like $20-something to like $13, $14. So
Mhm.
I got Fright Night finally.
Nice.
Ooh,
I need that.
I need to get that still.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff. And then another big sale they had on Amazon, a Vestron Videos collection for like $17, I think it was. The Wishmaster collection.
Wow, 4 pieces of shit. Congratulations.
For $17, though.
You've wasted $17 on 4 pieces of shit. You can't shine a
Well,
shit.
I heard that like the first few were all right?
No, they're
What
lying to
is
you.
that? Yeah.
Those movies are fucking bad.
Oh, the Wishmaster. That's good.
They're all terrible.
He's like, that's good.
That's good.
They're fucking bad, dude.
And then one that I'm sure Garbage Gamer will really approve of.
I'm so jealous you
Toy
have.
Story 1 and 2 Criterion Collection.
I wanted that, but I couldn't pre-order it.
I need to get that.
And I'll show you some of the artwork
Okay,
here.
I'm gonna go buy it right now. It's
Here's
happening.
the artwork for Police Story 2 and for Police Story 1.
Police.
Like all of us right now are logging in to go buy it.
Oh,
That-
$35. It was 27 pre-order, wasn't it?
No, it was 35. You
Okay,
son
well
of
then
a-
I'm fucking just buying it. Fuck it. 2 movies. Proceed to checkout.
But yes, what's interesting about this is that it's a. You see that where it's a different kind of slipcover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But either way, 2 movies, 1 Criterion, $35. I think that's a great price.
$38 after tax because fucking watch.
Important movies in the story of Jackie Chan's career. So,
I
of
just bought it.
course, boatload
I did also.
I did not.
I will have my
am
copy
poor.
tomorrow.
I'll have mine by Wednesday.
I'll have mine never.
I already had the South Factory release, and I have a bootleg of like something the Criterion could never match.
Actually, this is a pretty monumental thing. This is the first Criterion anything I have ever bought.
Oh,
Wow.
we broke his cherry.
it is Jackie Chan.
And it is, yeah, I'm proud for it to be a Jackie Chan, release.
I mean, I would say the next one might want to be Godzilla. But
I was just gonna say that. I would say I should probably go and
I've
pop
got
my cherry further and
It's a really nice release.
and get the Criterion Godzilla release.
You'll probably still get the digipacks. I think there's still some in the thing. And
I'm still missing a few.
You'll notice it'll go out of print first. It'll be out of print for like 2 months, and then it'll come back with
I have like
a DVD
I have
and a
like
Blu-ray separate.
four or five of them. A lot.
Iceman brings up something interesting. There have been a bunch of Criterion titles going down in price on Amazon this week. One of them being Silence of the Lambs went down to like $18-something. And there was also like High and Low and Kiss Me Deadly.
And guys, can you believe Scream Factory wants you to pay $25 for their movies on Amazon?
In some cases, like $35. Like,
On
I
Amazon.
still have Creep Show, but I can't get Creep Show because they're charging $35 fucking dollars for
And
Creep
look,
Show.
I just
And
paid
the price will
$35
not-
in Police Story, and it had nothing to do with the fact that I'm getting
Two movies.
It has nothing to do with that. You want to know why I'm getting Police Story? It could have just been Police Story 1. You want to know why? Because I know that fucking Criterion went through and frame by frame restored it, and Creep Show guarantees not restored. It's just a fucking new 4K master provided by the studio. There's no care, no love, no dedication. Where's my money going? Oh, that Chinese conglomerate fucking Shout Factory. That's where it's going.
Listen, when there's nothing necessarily wrong with that if you're Mill Creek and you're releasing your titles for like $10-15
Right.
at most. But if you're Shout Factory and you're doing what Mill Creek does and then charging $35 fucking for it,
Yeah.
fuck you. That's all I have to
Fuck
say about
you.
My favorite part is all these people are like, oh, I got this and this in the Screen Factory sale. Oh, great. You paid regular Amazon price, and then you paid shipping to this Shell Factory if you didn't spend $100. Congratulations on not just buying it from fucking Amazon for the regular price on Tuesday before the fucking
Yeah.
sale ever happened.
because Shout Factory always has like
Thank
15 to 20% off
Thanks,
sales.
Meg
and
Out.
it's like, rate
Oh,
that 50%.
boom. Look at that. That's
That
beautiful.
15 to 20% off brings it down to the
Beautiful.
exact price that it is on Amazon. So
Without the free shipping on I can just buy the one movie I want for free shipping for $18, 20, and now they're all up to $22. So now their sales actually look like they're worth it. But you know what? Fuck you. I'm not falling for it, Shout Factory. I'm just not.
wait a couple of weeks. Wait a couple of weeks. It'll be back down in price.
No. Their new base price is like $22 now. That's my point. They raised the base price up, unless it's like a 4-year-old release. I love Shout Factory. I've
They
fucking
do good stuff. Yeah. We're
But
not
you
saying
can't
they don't do
charge
good
me.
stuff.
You can't charge me Criterion Collection prices. You're not going to be a Criterion Collection product.
You're not Criterion Collection.
And if you are going to be Criterion Collection
You're not
product,
top of the
then
fucking market.
start producing some fucking web-based videos showing your restoration process. Because guess what? Criterion does that. They show you the restoration work that went into it.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
where's yours? You don't have one. That's why. But you expect me to pay Criterion price.
They involve you in the process.
And I say
Like-
this because I love you, Scream Factory, and I want you to stop being greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or if you're
Scream
getting-
Factory.
Give me something that's worth your greed. Like Criterion, charge me
Especially when
$35.
they do a lot of these Shout Selects now, and the Shout Selects, to be fair, are a little bit cheaper, but they're still like $22, something like that, if not more.
They're kind of
And
like,
it's like,
Scream Factory light titles.
excuse me, if I'm going to be paying $22 to $30, which is what they usually retail for, if I'm paying that much, I want more than, in some cases, 0 special features from Shout Factory.
And no restored
And
print.
in the best possible case, like 3 or 4 special features. Are you fucking kidding me with that shit?
And it's
Excuse me?
dirty, grainy, scratched up print because they don't bother restoring it.
Like, I can pre-order a fucking Criterion Collection on Amazon for $28 and know that I'm getting the best possible quality release of the fucking movie and a bunch of special features.
And yes, I know we're
I can't
entitled
do that
to
with you.
collectors,
Why, if I can't do that with you, why would I give you my money every time out?
but
Why would I immediately click pre-order?
Why?
Make me want to pre-order your shit.
Yeah.
I do great.
want
Give me
to.
a poster if I
Give me a
pre-order.
reason.
A
What
poster.
he said.
Ooh, a poster.
Actually,
What an incentive to pre-order.
yeah. What he said.
Yeah.
I get a poster of my Criterion for the same price.
Yeah.
Part of my Criterion is usually the booklet too. But beside the point. The point is, I get everything that Shout Factory does and more in a Criterion, and I pay the same price, and that's not okay.
What he said.
Like, we're capitalists.
Are you just done with the show?
We just
You
want
want to
to
go to bed,
see.
John?
What?
We're capitalists. We want
you
to
just
see
done?
people.
No. I'm going to do editing after this. I'm far from done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
We want to see Shout Factory
Shout
competing.
Factory.
We want to see them competing with Criterion. Because
Yeah.
we know they're good enough to do that.
they are.
Absolutely.
They're the only other studios, them and Arrow are the only studios that could even feasibly compete with Criterion. And neither of those companies, by the way, Arrow's the same way, but when Arrow puts a sale on, I'm paying $12 for their title.
I think if Mill Creek really tried, they could compete with Criterion.
They're already trying. Did you see that Mothra steelbook?
Yeah. Oh my god, that
Oh,
Monster
Mill
Steelbook.
Creek. Yeah.
Holy shit.
It looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
We mentioned that
looks
last
amazing.
week. It
Or
looks...
the classic media over the what's the word?
And they're charging Criterion level prices for it, by the way, but it's worth it when you see what you're getting. I mean,
they're charging $3 less than the Criterion.
that's true. But still, like, you know, they're charging.
You
Criterion
know.
pre-order about $27.99 roughly. US.
You know.
You know.
But this Mothra steelbook is beautiful, and I gotta say, Screen Factory, the pre-order prices for their steelbooks are a good price. They're $25 for a steelbook. I pre-ordered the fucking Piranha steelbook. I pre-ordered Galaxy of Terror, because those are great prices for an upgrade for my collection, and actually has a new transfer, but like it's not a restored print. And $24 for a steelbook is a perfectly good price, perfectly reasonable.
And by the way, if you're interested in any of this stuff that we're talking about, the cheap stuff, the whatever this stuff, remember to use Amazon, Sean's Amazon link here. If you have it activated, it should literally be on the screen right next to my head, a pink and purple little button you press. All you have
It's
to
right
do is
around
click
here
it,
somewhere on the screen.
find one of the
Ish.
DVDs or Blu-rays he has listed on there and click on that to get to Amazon. And anything you buy on Amazon using that particular link, he will get like a small little kickback.
I'll get maybe 3 cents.
It's a great way to support him without actually supporting him.
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea of the Amazon links is, I mean, if you buy stuff on Amazon anyway and watch the stream, it's a way for you to support the stream without actually having to pay anything more out of your pocket, because it doesn't
Just
cost
getting
you.
what you want anyway.
It doesn't cost you any more or any less to use my link to buy on Amazon. It still ends up costing you the same to you, but I get a little kickback for your, consideration. All right, pickups.
Yeah, that's what we were doing.
Oh, you did pickups, right? That was some cool stuff that you got, Stoud.
Yeah. It's Eric's turn. It's Eric's time now.
Sure.
Sure time.
But just before we do that, I wanted to show you guys
Garbage
what I was
fever.
doing that was completely distracting me from Stoud's pickups, apparently.
Of course.
Where is it here? There it is. Oh, hold on. I gotta go over here. and
I
then
don't want to
over
see other shit you people got that I can't get.
Here we go. Check it out. There is. That will be the thumb. Well, you can see me behind it, but that will be the thumbnail.
Amazing.
There you go.
I don't even have that kind of reaction to the actual movie. I'm not bothered by it though.
I know, which is what
I
makes it
guarantee
funny.
you that will get
That
more
makes it
clicks.
perfect.
I'm
actually.
going
That was-
like, and Skinslip is just horrified and disgusted, apparently.
And
Great.
InSaNiTy got a finger up the ass.
Beautiful.
Talk about clickbait. They won't even be expecting me to be the one defending the.
I know.
That's true. That's true. They just assume, oh, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be Zeranizer and Skinslip getting into it over something. Gotta check this out. It's actually
can't
not.
wait
Stoudman making
then
a bunch of
all of a sudden-
concessions.
Ginger Stout
I
rage.
can't wait for the asshole who didn't watch the video and just complains that I had a really shitty take on it. And I'm like,
Wait.
watch the video. Skinslip's wrong.
You know that will happen too.
It
And I'm
will.
like, well, wrong with what? That I think it's gonna be bad.
Turn on the fucking comments immediately, Sean.
They will be. They will be on. They will be on. Alright. So, Garbage Gamer, what's get?
All right, so the first thing I got was an upgrade to my arcade cabinet, something I've been wanting to do for over a year.
Oh, first off, what game is running on the CRT this week?
Alien versus Predator,
Oh, night. Which one?
the arcade, the CPS2 arcade release.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I was gonna say I don't
It's
recognize
a
that.
beat 'em up game like Final Fight, except you could play as 2 humans or a predator hunter or warrior fighting off aliens.
Nice.
Fun game. I've beaten it several times. A lot of fun.
Very cool.
So speaking of arcade machines, I had X Arcade parts in my cabinet, which is just a third-party company that makes generic parts, and the joysticks died. So I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I went on eBay and I found these. There's 2 companies, Sanwa and Famitsu. Those are the 2 big companies that make arcade parts still to this day.
Right.
For all the big major arcade people, and so I found a couple of these cheap $7 knockoffs, Famitsu knockoffs, and I'm running those for the last year, and man, they're terrible. They function, but there's no feedback. They're real gummy, and sometimes they don't register. But it's just it was bad.
Gummies addicted to hear about.
Anyway,
I like gummy bears.
So finally, after accruing some money, costing $50 for both of them, I finally got some real Famitsu LS32 arcade sticks.
Oh, nice.
Woo!
So these things are so much better.
Look at the size of that ball.
So actually, near the ball top is replaceable. I replaced them for bat tops.
You like the bat tops, eh? Okay.
I like the bat tops because it's more you can grip it and actually just
True.
Because most people they play and they kind of do this.
Yeah.
I'm an old style. I play like this.
I tend to, with arcade games, I actually prefer the ball tops, but I do understand the appeal of the bat tops.
I prefer bats personally.
And the fact that they're so easily, you just twist it off. And you could put. And I have ball tops that I can put on at any point in time.
Yeah. So
I can switch them out for whenever.
Like something like Donkey Kong, Pac-Man, I definitely want ball tops for those.
Oh yeah,
but,
totally. But when you're playing Alien versus Predator, or Street Fighter, or something like that, for me, you want the bat tops.
Yeah.
That's the ones that you could palm, you could roll it in your hand, and get the consistent Hadoukens. But that was the other thing was accuracy, because I do play a lot of fighting games.
Yeah.
A lot of Final Fight, King of Fighters, Street Fighter. So you need the accuracy to do the rolls and that kind of stuff. And that's what the Famitsus are going to give you, not cheap, shitty $7 knockoffs.
Yeah.
So that was so happy. It took a full day to install because I had to make some modifications because I made some calculation errors. And won't go into it because it's very phallic.
Phallic.
It has to do. Let me just say, it has to do with replacing my shaft. Exactly.
Right in the hole.
It is kind of hard to talk about joysticks without being phallic.
Don't forget to grip the shaft nice and firm.
Yes, to twist the head off to replace it with a ball.
I like the feel of this ball in my hand. This ball and shaft.
So you grab it firmly, you move it through the direction.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp your joystick.
Firmly grasp it.
And twist it.
Clockwise quickly until the top comes off.
Yeah. So very happy to got those installed. They work and they run amazingly well. So next, I think I picked up a couple of a complete series of. Actually, picked up 2 TV shows, complete series sets. And the first one I picked up from the Hanna-Barbera Classic Collection. I picked up Pirates of Dark Water.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I've been meaning to pick that one up for a while.
Same here. Yeah, I really want that.
It's been a long time since I've seen this show. I don't remember anything about it. I remember little bits, but I'm excited to watch this again because I remember loving this show when I was a kid.
One thing I wish they would release is they originally put out the initial 5-part miniseries kind of on its own, like as a pilot miniseries, and the voice of the bird character
Monkey
guy.
Bird. And
Yeah. In the original miniseries version, before it went to series, that character was voiced by Roddy McDowall.
really?
Whoa.
Yes. And then when it went to series, they re-recorded that character's voice with the actor who plays the character in the series. So the Roddy McDowall version has never been made available. And I think there may have been some other like editorial differences as well. I don't know. But
Maybe
I
it's
mean,
Roddy
when I
McDowall.
was-
I mean, maybe he
when
didn't
I was
like,
little, he was Snarf with wings.
Sorry, what
maybe
was
he
that?
didn't like the product and he withdrew his like name from it, and then like they replaced him.
Maybe, I don't know. Or it might have been he was just licensed for that one thing or something in his contract, or who knows.
Maybe,
Who
yeah.
knows?
Myriad things, man.
Yeah.
But yeah,
didn't
Pirates of
cover
Dark
repeats
Water,
or something.
4-disc set. I didn't realize just how short of a show this was.
It's like 21 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's really
again, when
short.
you're watching a show as a kid, you're not consistently watching every episode in order. You're just
No,
catching episodes whenever they're on.
It
The
just-
show seems like it never
it
ends.
feels like there's hundreds of episodes, but
Yeah,
yeah.
very short. But
Yeah, no, that's one I
really
want
good.
to get. I actually
So the
have
next,
the 6-issue comic book miniseries of that. Got that out of
Nice.
a bargain bin a while ago. Yeah.
also, I really like the Hanna-Barbera classics. These are really nice quality sets.
They are.
Like
yeah.
even down to like the cases are nice.
Mhm.
They're like these shiny black. They're not the stupid little eco cases.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, they're nice.
Yeah.
They're nice and sturdy. So the next one, I picked up another Hanna-Barbera classic collection of probably one of my absolute favorite, like 90s Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Period.
Mhm.
That's SWAT Cats: The Radical Squadron.
Oh, another one I've been wanting to get. Never saw
I
it.
adore this show. Oh my god!
I've heard nothing but good things about it. Watched a few clips. It looks awesome. I really want
The
it.
very first release of that DVD had a fucking audio issue. It was
Yeah.
pulled, and it took like a year and a half before it finally came back in
Took
print.
forever for it to come back.
I know.
Yeah, I've already watched the entire first disc of this,
Nice.
and oh my god,
So
it
good,
is-
isn't it?
yeah, even on DVD, it looks great. Like they took a lot of care in making sure the show looked great, sounded great. Like I said, the re-release, and this is just a great set.
Yeah.
And they have all the film elements for that stuff.
It's so interesting to watch because even though there's so many references to the fact that they're cats,
Mm.
you really lose the idea that they are
Yeah.
like giant morphic cats, and you just look at them as characters, as people,
Yeah.
and it's just
See.
even though again like it's almost like the Flintstones where everything is
Mhm.
cat puns.
Yeah. See,
You know.
now, Skinslip, this was one of the reasons I was saying before that I feel like Warner is one of the remaining standalone studios that has their shit together the most, because they keep the film elements for everything. Like they bought the Hanna-Barbera library, bought the whole damn company. They have all the film elements, all of them. All of them could be put on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So-
Well,
They
that's
put them on
the
Blu-ray.
release stuff's coming, so I'm thinking it's gonna start happening.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And before Blu-ray releasing very clean, very nice DVD sets.
Oh
Well,
yeah, they're great.
I've seen the transfers on that, and by looking at that, you can tell they definitely retransferred that from transfers. It's not
From film.
it's not just the TV masters. So
No, yeah, these are definitely not the TV masters.
Yeah.
These are definitely from prints. And
I mean, see the grain looks good. Looks good.
that's the next one that I'm looking at. Actually, D-Large is the Biker Mice from Mars.
Mhm.
Is another show that I was somewhat obsessed with when I was a kid.
I
Did
don't
that get
think
a?
they don't have it.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Like I said, I'm looking for other ways to get it.
Yeah.
There's also I'd love Cowboys and Moo Mesa to get a release.
Yes.
Yeah.
I found my tape of that, by the way. I don't know how many episodes it has, so I've got a few on there.
Also. Oh, you probably have
But yeah,
better copies.
these
than the ones that are out there.
Probably. They were
I
taped
had
on
been-
8mm.
I've been on the fence about these Hanna-Barbera sets for a long time because I wasn't sure about the quality. And now that I've
Just ask
gotten them
me,
and
dude.
watched-
I've got a bunch of them.
yeah, but now that I've gotten it, I've watched a bit of one of them,
yeah.
and there's no hesitation now.
No,
I
they're
just
all-
now got to go through and pick out the ones that I remember the most
They're good.
and
Actually,
stuff like that.
It's Frank sent me a whole bunch of them of a lot of the old 80s cartoons, like ones based on video games and stuff. He sent me the Dragon's Lair one, Thunder the Barbarian, Pac-Man, and they all look great.
Thundar the Barbarian and the Herculoids are the two that I'm looking at.
Herculoids, that's another one I'd like to get. Yeah.
Future Force.
I almost purely, I've never seen the show, but purely off the remember an old joke. I wanted to get Goltar and the Golden Lance.
Oh yeah.
What's
that
what's
one's
the
also
show?
available.
What's the show that was later on that had like was it called like Galaxy Force or something that like combined a couple of shows? Had Thundar and like some other characters.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah,
What
hold
was
on.
that? Yeah.
No, it was
Fuck.
What show is that? That's on Blu-ray. That's on DVD too. You can pick that one up.
yeah, it had doesn't it have like Space Ghost in it and
Yeah, or the Blue Falcon or something like that. Yeah, something like that. I can't
What
fucking
was
remember.
that?
I know the one you're talking about. I can't
Yeah, it was
remember.
like a Hanna-Barbera version of like the Justice Friends.
I just saw
yeah.
it the other day, but
That's like, oh god, what was that?
someone in the chat will probably tell us in a minute
Yeah.
here.
Wouldn't you like to know? Says Penelope Pit Stop. Yeah, I've actually still
Oh, that's
got
a
the
great
set
one.
that Metal Madness sent me ages ago.
Dune Buggy.
Oh, the Centurions.
No.
No, well, that wasn't the one, but Centurions
No,
is a
They're
set.
talking in the chat.
Yeah, that's one I'd like to get as
Major
well.
That is the set that he wants to pick
I
up.
also want to get the GoBots.
Wacky Race.
Wacky Races. Wacky Races
yeah.
needs a re-release. I'm hoping we're getting it on Blu-ray.
I think it
Yeah, there you go. We could do a modern version just called Whack Races.
Wacky
Wacky
Races.
Wacky Race has a re-release, dude. It's the standard Emery case now.
Is it? Oh, okay. All right, 'cause I know
Pretty
the
sure.
original. I know the original set is long out of print and pretty pricey
Right.
now.
But
I'll double check
just
right
real
now.
quick, I do want to say if you have never seen
Yeah,
SWAT
$13,
Cats,
dude.
Sweet.
You
I'll
know,
grab that.
find an episode on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Watch at least one episode of the SWAT Cats, and you will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It is classic Hanna-Barbera from the 90s with just like riff guitar, plenty of explosions, and probably the most badass jet, the Turbo Cat, that you've ever seen in a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, around that era was when Hanna-Barbera started to step up their animation quality a little too. Because I remember during the 70s and 80s, kind of same era that a lot of the Filmation stuff that we've been watching and that I like, they had more limited animation. But I
Space
remember
Stars.
what?
Sorry. Space Stars.
Space Stars.
Space Stars.
Okay.
Yeah, I just trying to remember. I came across the DVD set just now.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, and then anyway, I was gonna say like around that year, like the early '90s, is when they started to step up their animation quality a little more, which was pretty cool. And I think SWAT Cats was definitely one of
Street
those.
Sharks. That's the other one.
Street Sharks. Actually, Street
Yeah.
Sharks is available from Mill Creek. You can get that set super cheap.
Like $7.
Yeah, I had it's all 40 episodes. Same with Godzilla. Also 40 episodes, super cheap set.
It's a really great series. Way better than the 98 movie comes later, too.
Oh yeah,
So good.
by
Yeah,
far.
I need to sit down and watch it. I've only seen a few episodes of it.
Oh, we should bring back Saturday Morning Forever. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it
I mean,
out.
we can bring Rosie in. She can watch the cartoons with us if she's interested.
Well, that's true.
I mean, you can ask her.
The only problem for me is I wouldn't be able to participate all that much.
Yeah. It depends on what it is.
Yeah, we don't know when we're gonna do it. I'm just suggesting.
I mean, like if we keep true to what it was, and it was actually like Saturday night.
We were doing it on Fridays and Thursdays before.
Yeah,
I mean,
or something like that.
Yeah.
we'll find a
Well,
time.
we originally called it Saturday Morning Fridays because we were doing it on Fridays. And
Yep.
then
Yeah,
we
that's
changed
right.
it to Saturday Morning Forever because we thought, well, we'll just do it whenever.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah,
stopped
whenever
doing
we
it.
Yeah. We got to get back to Saturday Mornings Forever and just do it when we can get
Yeah.
back
Yeah,
to do it.
Yeah.
Because we got plenty more episodes of Thundercats we gotta watch.
Yes. We got, plenty more episodes of everything, like all the ongoing
have
shows
them.
we were watching.
But
Jason-
we're waiting for
Jason
time to
the
get caught up
Warriors.
on YouTube a bit more.
We have to
Yeah.
torture Stout with Oon some more.
We
I know.
definitely do.
Oh,
We definitely do. Maybe we should just dedicate a solid week of watching like Monday through Friday, 13 episodes of Jason the Wheeled Warriors per
Why don't-
day.
Why don't we change up the formula and we just watch like 4 or 6 episodes of one show and whatever show we decide to do that week and we just do it.
Just do like.
Yeah.
Well, that was our original format. That's how we did like all the
But-
Yamatos and Go Line and Transformers.
Right. And then we started doing one episode from all these different shows. I'm like, let's just get back to the original and just this disc. We're watching this disc of this season. We're
We're just gonna watch this batch of episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until our brains.
Because that would be easier to track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Remember we were like trying to track episodes.
You had to use a spreadsheet to keep track. Remember?
It was just like, just do this. Okay, what disc did we do last time?
Well, I have it all. I have it all organized on my end. Like I can tell you exactly where we left off. And,
I was saying, like, we overcomplicated it last time. We should keep it simple.
But I mean, what we can do is maybe. Well, I'm thinking also we should probably just start over because. I
was gonna say, actually,
so many years ago. It was like
it's
literally
so
5. It was literally 5 years ago.
Some of us have actually purchased the sets for ourselves.
Actually purchased the sets and probably forgotten everything. Yes, Ulysses 31 has a DVD release, complete set.
I've never seen that show.
Neither have I. I've heard it's really good though. But
I have bad news, everybody, because I know we all forgot it.
What?
Today was Free Comic Book Day.
No, we talked about
we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna make a comment there, like,
apparently only you forgot it.
I went to work for 8.5 hours.
I'm broke, and I didn't want to just go and take a bunch of free comics and say thanks, bye. I wanted to actually buy things if I go, so.
It's the right thing to do.
I didn't have time.
Yeah.
So I didn't get off work till 9:30 at night.
So that was that.
Price Books was already closed.
So was that the last of your pickups?
Yeah.
Okay. And Skinslip, you said you didn't have anything this week?
No pickups, man.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I spent my money on you instead.
Well, I
literally spent my money on you instead. That's what happened.
Well, thank you very much, dude. I definitely appreciate that.
Better than being evicted.
I will continue to entertain you and dance for you like the good monkey I am.
Get back to dancing, monkey.
So I got one thing, and it was with, speaking of Amazon, it was with Amazon gift card money. I put it in quotes because it's like virtual money. You haven't paid anything more. Amazon doesn't give me a check, so I'm somehow turning this like pretend Amazon money into actual physical goods. It's like just blows my mind how that is a thing that works. So anyway, because I bought the first 2 on Blu-ray ages ago, I thought, well, I think I've waited long enough. Suffice to say, the third one is not coming out on Blu-ray, so I got it on DVD. Got the third and final installment in the trilogy of Batman Unlimited. So this one is Mechs versus Mutants, the original movie.
That's what my money went towards?
That's not what your money went towards. It's my Amazon gift card.
I know.
And as a bonus, it includes an episode of Batman the Brave and the Bold, Night of the Batmen. So, there you go.
There you go.
So this one features Mr. Freeze, Penguin, and apparently... Okay, 2 of DC's Frosty's villains, Mr. Freeze and Penguin, literally have Gotham City on ice. Armed with a twisted invention that transforms fellow brutes Bane, Clayface, and Killer Croc into mega-sized mutants, a cold wave of crime is on the horizon. It's up to Batman and Green Arrow, sweet, armed with giant robotic suits, oh my god, to team up and battle for the fate of Gotham. Gear up for a colossal showdown filled with danger, intrigue, and supersized action. Oh my god, okay, it is literally Bane, Clayface, and Killer Croc turned into kaiju, and Batman and Green Arrow in, like, giant mechs fighting them. They turned it into a Godzilla movie, basically.
They just took all my favorite characters and put them in a Godzilla movie. Great.
Pretty much. That sounds awesome.
Batman Pacific Rim.
Well, look at the cover. That is the giant bat mech. Like, yes, please. I'm so in for this.
Japan gets a hold of Batman.
I am so down for this. Awesome. That sounds
fun. Mecha Batman. Holy shit.
Mecha Batman, yeah. I don't know why Skinslip is so, like, poop on this.
Yes,
but...
it did, Ross, by the way. Batman Ninja had a wicked cool mech fight also.
Sweet. I've not watched that one yet. I'm going to watch it soon.
It's like the one I'm not going to bother picking up for anytime soon. I will pick it up eventually because I want them all. But...
Batman Ninja?
Yeah.
I heard it was good.
It looks cool, but it's not.
It looks cool, and I heard it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, I'm gonna focus on the other ones, the more realistic ones first, and then do the Elseworld stuff. That's how I've always focused on stuff.
All right. Well, speaking of Elseworlds, actually this week I finally dug out my first printing of Gotham by Gaslight and reread it, I think, for the first time since I bought it back when it originally came out.
Wow.
Because I wanted to watch the animated movie. And I just, after reading the comic, I took a little skim on the back of the case, and it looks like the animated movie actually expands quite a lot on the original saga. I mean, it has Catwoman in it, who was not in the original comic, and it still tells the same basic story. But I remember, I recall, after I read the comic, I felt it was kind of lacking. Likely due to the fact that it was just done as a 48-page one-shot, and that was it. They couldn't really explore that world very much. So I'm curious to see how they expand upon it in the movie, which is, in terms of pages of story, is almost double the length of the graphic novel. So I'm interested to see what they do with it. So yeah, the reason I mentioned it is I'm going to be doing some group viewings on Twitch. As always, you do need to provide your own copies. But going to be doing group viewings of Year One, Dark Knight Returns, and Gotham by Gaslight fairly soon.
Have the first two.
Oh, there you go. So you can watch those. I'm going to be doing the movie version of Dark Knight Returns, by the way, because I've never watched that version of it.
So for me, it's the better version. I have Steelbook of that one.
Of the movie version,
I need to get the standalone release for the other movies. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah, and then
I want to get those, obviously.
So that's gonna be one group viewing. The other group viewing I'm going to be doing is basically an Adam West Batman-a-thon. So it's going to be Batman '66, the movie, Legends of the Superheroes, which you don't have to spend money on that. It's actually on archive.org. So you probably don't want to buy that unless you're a really ridiculously obsessive fan like me. Because it's basically the Star Wars Holiday Special, Batman specials.
Pretty fucking bad.
It's notoriously awful, so we'll have lots of fun watching it together and suffering together.
It's unwatchable by yourself, basically.
Then watching the two animated ones, Return of the Cape Crusaders and Batman vs. Two-Face. So that's all coming up this week on Twitch. And then in between that, I'm going to be doing behind-the-scenes streams of the reviews of all of those. So, yeah, enjoy. And actually, those of you watching on YouTube, I show it's 12:33 a.m. by my time. So I think the first of the 80th anniversary Batman reviews just went live on my YouTube channel. So I hope you're enjoying that.
Navy Seals.
Yeah, Navy Seals. Oh, that was a pretty loaded show. We covered a lot of stuff this week. Anything else we need to add bring to the table? Anything you guys want to plug?
That Sonic trailer sucks,
Stoud.
Our gloomy Gus Stoudman, unable to experience any joy. So you guys want to do an after party? We seem to be doing after parties every week. All right, those of you live on Twitch, stick around for the SNI after party, and then
you're the only person who ever didn't want to do the after party because you had something to do or whatever.
Oh, it's not that I didn't want to. It's just I don't know. I was just thinking, whatever. But yeah, we're gonna probably do after parties from now on. But you only get to see that if you're here live with us. Yeah. Although the archives of them will be on the Patreon exclusive YouTube playlist as well. So for as little as $1 a month, you can have full, unlimited access to all that good stuff. Alrighty. So we'll see y'all next week. Until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for being awesome. And sayonara.
Penis. Shaft.
Oh, that's just like...
Kung Pao O'Malley, ratoncito le gusta danza cuando estudio en la escuela. Pajarita se cubre botín cuando visita a su abuela. Si necesita una amiga, debe hablar con un ratoncito. Si quieres ser mi amante, debe ser alta y delgadita.